God gave me the keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Felt the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This little heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is, ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop, 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 just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility.
All right, welcome in. Welcome in.
I know that's where many other
Let's do it.
Be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dial. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more, oh, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low. Ay.
I see you, Angelo.
Had to make it to the top just to see
All right.
how hard it drop.
Get it. Happy Monday.
Whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop. Okay, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go grill a beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.D. Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits.
A2000 EST. OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' ride forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom while you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like Amigo. Can't see the vision that
All right, let's do it. Welcome in, welcome in. Party time. Way different.
Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm
all right, how we doing?
Put my turner signal on.
Welcome in.
So they see me coming. They still can't see me coming.
Welcome, welcome.
Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love.
All right, happy Monday.
Coming from up there like how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and there you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man.
All right.
Hey, how you just came up with
Game time, baby, game
man.
time.
Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and
all
we
right,
pray
welcome in.
hands.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. Good to see y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, who we got? Yanosh in the building. What up, Yanosh? What's goody? What's goody? Let me get fixed up. Angelo, I see you. I see you. Yeah. All right, well, welcome in. Let's get to it. New week.
Even when I'm out, soon as I land, back to the beach, back to the sand, is back to the only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's
okay.
from above.
I'm ready.
I need peace.
I'm ready. Where we at? Where we
I
at?
need love. I need
All right, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Who we got here today? Z Gamer in the house. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yanosh, how we feeling, bro? How we feeling? How we feeling? What up, Energy? Energy in the house. What up, Luffy? King Plays in the building. What up, King Plays? How we feeling? Mod Squad's deep. YOLO Traders here. We heavy. We heavy on the Mod Squad. Let's get it. Let's get it. Who else? Who else? Clubhouse got motion here. Holy smoke-a-roonies. All right, Giuseppe, what's good? Noobs in the house. What up, Benji? Yeah, man, a lot of familiar names. A lot of names starting to get it here. Damn, chat, I can't even read that. I can't even attempt to read that on a Monday morning here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Jimmy Williams in the house. What's goody? What up? What up, Tyler? What up, Jigs? Andy B, Engineer 14, Kelvin in the building. What's up, Sean? Stewie B in the building. Perspective is here. What up, Shakes? Good to see you in the clubhouse. F Nam in the building. Golden Dubs. Damien. What's popping? What up, Elk? Holy OGH, the real OG. The real OG. What up, Sahil? Matty Dukes in the house. What up, Matty Dukes? Who else? Jose in the building. What's up, Wayne? Yo, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Nate G. I think I already see Nate G, right? Yeah. Shubs in the building. What up, Shubs? Aaron. Aaron. I see you. I see you. Keep an eye on Aaron. Keep an eye on him. Robert in the building. What up, Bulk and Trades? What's goody? Big motion. All right, all right. Shane, what's popping, Shane? How you feeling? What's up, Ava? Angelo don't sleep. Me and Angelo, we got, what, like 2 hours of sleep? A little 2 here, a little 2 there. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. Just give me one moment. One moment. Okay, we coolin', man. Bear Berry in the building. What's good, Bear Berry? What up, 3 Ants? Bands counted up. Man, I could just keep shouting people out for days and days, because it's just winners on winners on winners. Stephen B in the house. Speaking of winners. Yo, if I ever leave you out, forgive me. You guys are all on top of it, man. Seriously. Seriously. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. We ready? Surge, what up, Vince? All right, cool. Anyways, let's get the ball rolling here today. Today is Monday. It is August 4th. We are back. It is another New York session. Clubhouse has been eating. Yum, yum, yum. Yo, how's August tasting so far? I got a good feeling about August. Yeah, we're about to move. We're about to move. We're about to move. All right, let me lower this music a little bit. Let's go ahead and get started. We got NY open here, so let's do this. Music. All right, cool. We good. All right, let's do it, gang. Let's pray real quick, and then we'll start this day, all right? Let's do it. Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together, Lord. We just pray that you would bless this session, that you would be with us. We thank you for just enlightening us, Lord, giving us knowledge and wisdom and understanding to go forth and multiply, Lord. We thank you for all the blessings that you've bestowed upon us. We thank you for using us to not only be a blessing, but to give, to serve, to love, and we just thank you for it, Lord. So, Lord, we just give you all the glory here today, and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. This is so last week we came off of a hot week, right? Very, very red folder week. This week I believe we chill out a little bit, right? So we should be pretty chill for the most part this week, and not too many red folders, right? You got nothing going on here today. You got PMI tomorrow, nothing on Wednesday. Thursday we should have unemployment claims, and then Friday we're pretty much in the clear, yeah, for the most part. Just a little speech later on, but yeah, it should be a pretty clean week moving forward. Last week was the bigger red folder week, and we walked away very profitable last week. You know, a lot of us passed funded challenges, got profitable on those live accounts, and today we go again. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Let's do a fresh analysis here, and let's get to it. Let me just organize myself here 1 second. Boom. If you guys can, give the stream a like. Stephen B, where are you going? Where are you going? Give the stream a like. Give the stream a like before you go wherever you're going. Hey, give the stream a like for me. Sub to the channel, and let's get to it. All right, cool. Got my tools. Damn, almost forgot how to do this live stream thing and thingamajig here. Hold on 1 sec. Cool. All right, I think we're good. All right, so let's talk about gold here. We'll talk about ES as well. Let's break this down and just lock in for a few minutes here, and then we'll kind of chill out and wait for our position. So this is gold. This is the daily time frame. Let me just lower the music a little bit more too, just in case it's too loud. And let's begin this breakdown here. So again, gold daily time frame here. We looking like we close on Friday, very, very bullish, right? But we did close with no top wick. So, you know, again, it doesn't mean that we're not going to move bullish here today. It just turns into a 50-50 at this point, right? So either way, I'm open for buys and sells on this daily candle here today, but let's see what happens, because I was expecting price to kind of come into really like these ranges up here. So I would expect a little bit more of a push out of this daily candle here today, and then, you know, eventually maybe reject out of it, create this little, maybe we get today's candle, maybe it'll be tomorrow, right? Maybe you get this rejection today, and then what that does is that just gives us a fresh like high, right? So you got a high, you got a low, you get a new high here, and then maybe we continue to drive down there on gold, or maybe we just continue moving up. Who knows? We might want to fill the range here as well. We don't know that, right? It's going to take time for that to show up. So what we got to do is we got to base our actions here today based off of what we see right here. So far, candle did make a low, this daily candle, right? And now we are starting to break the highs here. So as of right now, I am pretty bullish on gold. I would say we can at least get probably back up towards 48, 50, right? Somewhere up in these ranges here today. So we'll see. We'll see what the 4 hour looks like. So this is the 4 hour. So yeah, that would make sense, right? 4 hours been kind of moving up here. We got a little support that was formed right there, and now we're kind of like in this little 4 hour range now, right? Like if I made this a little bit bigger, we can see there's a clean support, right, sitting right here. You also have resistance right there. Now if we do look left, right, there is some range, right? But I think we can get there on this 4 hour candle, right? Potentially, if we keep breaking those highs, right? Catch up into that 34, 32 zone up there and see if we can tap into that resistance, right? Above that is super, super clean traffic, right? Super clean traffic above that. But let's see what happens when we get there. So maybe we can get into some buys on the way up there. That'll be about a good like 90 pip range. And then maybe we could say, you know, that's the daily kind of tapping into those areas up there. Maybe we see some rejection a little bit later or tomorrow. So 4 hour has created support. We are moving up very nicely. As you can see, we are pretty much trending now from a candlestick status, right? So you got a low, you got a high, you got a new low, new high, new low, and now we're creating new highs, right? So just like a market would trend, so do the candles, right? You got a high here, you got a low, you got a high, low, and now we're pushing up, filling that wick, which is no surprise during NY Open, right? You got volume coming in, wick should get filled, and looks like we did fill that wick there. So the issue is we close with no top wick, right, on the 1 hour candle. So at this point, it pretty much makes it easy for us now, right? If we're going to go long, we're going to wait, or at least I am, right? So I'm going to wait now. So I know that this wick has been filled, right? Job finished, right? Mission complete. This candle now is closed with no top wick on it. So can this candle drive up? Yes, of course. But that's not likely to happen. And if it does, it's fine, because that's not the move that I'm interested in here today, right? So what I'm interested in is possible a move back down, so we can create some sort of support here, right? We get that move down, something like this. We come down maybe another candle or two. We create a strong support, and then we go long, right? That's it. We stay long right here. We wait for a lower wick, and then bam, we come up to fill that range. And then that's when we may hit that other 4 hour target up there at, I forget what it was, but the 4 hour target that we were looking at, right? So possible break and retest of 34.15 here, right? And then we could potentially start moving up and catching our buy positions from right there. Or worst case, we wait for closures above wherever the newest resistance is going to be formed. But as long as we get that support right there, we don't need a new breakout. We take an onion. We're in a trend. We got to move with that trend, and otherwise it'll move without us, right? So that's pretty much the idea here today. We've pretty much been moving up. We're trying to see if we can get that little retest here now and then continue these long positions to drive, right? So that's pretty much the game plan. Other than that, the shorts, right? So the daily candle technically did close without a top wick, right? So I am open to potential sells here today as well, but I think it'd have to be this 4 hour candle would need to close either below this resistance here, right? So this has to come down, close below, and then we could anticipate that the next one attempts to fill the wick, but then breaks its own low, right? So let me just draw it out. Like, so forget about this candle real quick. Just pretend that this is that candle, right? So it closes below like that. And then the next candle comes up like this, fails, and then boom, we catch sells on the way down for a potential closure below like that. So that's pretty much the mission here today, or potential sells come if we close up here at 30, right? We get some sort of range fill, and then start to show signs of rejection there. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, if we can get something like this, maybe that would be ideal. And we can possibly take sells back down. But so far, I'm pretty bullish. But those are both examples of trades taken, long and short here today, and that's pretty much what we'll wait for. So yeah, let's just hang tight on the 30-minute time frame. If we can get a little support to form, we can continue going long here, and we'll just wait for that. It's a lovely Monday. I think most of us are already green. We're already profitable here today. We're already more successful than 98% of traders who are going to end the day today. So with that in mind, let's wait for the right opportunities. Let's make 8-figure decisions, and let's keep it classy and professional here today. All right? Cool? Let's do it. So that's it. That is the game plan. What's up, PM Magnifico? How we feeling? That is the game plan here today. So pretty simple. We're very bullish. Let's wait for that trend to give us the newest opportunity, and then we jump on it. Sweet. Perfect. What up, son boy? How we feeling? Same analysis. Okay, great. First New York Clubhouse stream. Let's get it. What up, Zach? Zach O'Sullivan in the house. That's a powerful name, bro. That's a powerful name. Let me guess. You're Irish? Irish? Scottish? It's got to be one of them. Got to be one of them. All right. I have a feeling today will be like a Friday. I'm not sure. I don't even remember Friday, to be honest. I don't even remember Friday. What up, Sam? How we feeling? Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Another day to be patient and disciplined. That's right. That's right. I think we've taken winning trades in Asian, London, Yeah, there's been a bunch of, and pre-New York, yeah, there's been a bunch of opportunities provided here today. It's just a matter of which one you picked. Now we wait. Let's highest amount of money I can make with the 20. It's I think it's $1,500. Yeah, $1,500. Yeah. Yep. Arrow Sassy in the building. What's goody? What's goody? How are the arrows doing? How are all the arrows doing? Tell them I said hello and I love them and I appreciate all that they do and that they're always on deck and always on standby, and we love them dearly here at TTE. Mr. Lopez, how are you, brother? How are you? Cheers to a great August, my friends. Lock in. That's all I got to say. Stop being a wimp. It's time to lock in. It's time to do what it takes to win, and win big. We're not talking about winning a little bit. We're talking about winning a lot of bit, gang. We're talking about winning at the next level, winning that you really haven't even dreamed of or imagined was possible yet, right? I mean, we're talking about next level. When you dial in this skill set and really lock in and get disciplined and stop making those little wimpy, whiny, little boy decisions, and you really start to man up and take ownership of your life, take ownership of your finances, take ownership of your economy, and actually glitch this thing we call the matrix, you're going to live a life you didn't even imagine was possible. And all that, you have the opportunity here, right? Maybe not over the next day or two, but over the next year or two, you have the opportunity to change your life and live the #1 lifestyle in the world if you lock in. So that's what's at stake here. So will you man up? Will you woman up? My mentor would say, will you cowboy up? All right? Will you get up and get going on it? So let's see. A lot of winners in here, a lot of names popping out, and a lot of consistency. And I just want to know who's next, right? Who wants to win big, not just I make a couple extra dollars, right? Big. I'm talking about way bigger than that, Anyone got a dream, man? When you get that dream, you start developing that backbone. You start standing for things, right? And you start standing for, you know what? I'm not going to keep punishing myself and blowing it from, on myself. A lot of people just tend to shoot themselves in their own foot, believe it or not, with their own decisions. Magnus brought up a really good book. It was called Outsmarting Reality. Right, he talked about it for a couple weeks really, and I didn't read it or anything, and then a couple of the guys in the squad got it and started hearing some good things about it. So I read it this weekend, and you know what? It makes a lot of sense. As you start overcoming you start overcoming reality. It's that simple. You dictate your reality by your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And if you don't believe that, you're just not at a frequency yet to accept that. You are a open vessel, a open line for currency, right? Money is energy. That's why they call it currency. It's current, right? You have an opened line for that. You just got to understand how to do it, man. Right? We've obviously been taught how to be peasants and slaves and mediocre and average and just robotic workers. But I'm here to shake that belief on you, change your philosophy up a little bit and show you what's possible. So not only am I going to show you what's possible with my life, but I'm going to march other people up through here to show you people that started with us and are now changing their lives. We've got probably, that I know of, 10 or 15 people who have walked away from their full-time jobs trading this system, right? Working with us, getting it done. So I'm just ready to see who the next group is, right? Who I want to see more and more people walk away from their jobs, right, when the time is right, after they did this thing correctly, and go out there and win for them and their families. So we're just getting started. I'm telling you guys, we haven't even cracked the surface for what we're about to do in this industry, on this whole live streaming thing. You have no idea the amount of lives that have already been impacted and how far we're going to continue to go. So we're just getting cooking. I'm just looking to see who's the next one, right? Who's the next one? Yes, sir. Outsmarting Reality is the name of the book. Yep. Incredible book. Can you handle the truth? That's the question. That is the question. Sometimes we ain't ready for that question, right? One of the first things I ever realized was I read a quote and it said, the truth hurts, but in the end, it'll set you free. And I heard that quote back in 2010, 2011, and Anna actually took a picture of it. It was like one of my first notes that I ever started noting down. Like I never took notes growing up. Like, you know, I never went to school, attended class. I mean, I did go to school, but I didn't take it serious, right? I didn't like attend things like on my own will. But once I started getting into entrepreneurship, going to networking events, going to attend like speaking events, I started taking notes, and that was one of the first notes out of my first notebooks that was ever written down was, the truth hurts, but in the end, it sets you free. And I'm not going to lie, man, that's couldn't be more accurate. Couldn't be more accurate. The truth will spin your reality upside down, though. I'll tell you that. We have been hard programmed, my friends. What up, Jay Coop? What's goody? What's good? What's good? Juan, how we feeling, bro? Happy Monday. Let's go, Shane. Claim it, brother. Claim it. I don't see why not. Who we got in Zoom today? Let's see. Let me pop Zoom open. Angelo Betts, as always. What's popping, brother? How we feeling? Gotta love this guy's energy. What a webinar. Incredible webinar this past weekend. Appreciate you, Angelo, for popping in and just, you know, sharing your heart a little bit and being open. It's not easy to do that publicly, never mind one-on-one with somebody, right? Never mind publicly. So appreciate you doing that. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, learned a lot there, and you believe it or not, you've inspired people, right? Whether you tried to do that or not, it's not even about trying. It's just, you know, people are inspired by other people, gang. Like, we're more alike than we are different. You know, we're more alike than we are different. Trust me. But it was great to hear some of that stuff, and you're right on it, bro. You're right on it. See, I'd rather take a guy like Angelo, who's just like like crazy, do, and I'd rather work with that guy, right? He may not know everything, but he's hungry, he's active, because with a guy like that, I can shape him, right? I can chisel him out, I can get him right, you know, because he's moving, right? But then you have all these other guys that they're so smart and sharp and professional, and they got the look, they're handsome, and they look like supermodels, right? But then they don't even act. They're scared. They're fearful. They don't even move on what they know they should move on, and I can't help that person, right? Like, well, I love the one quote, God can't steer a parked bus. Right? Like, I'd rather have the guy who's driving crazy, who I can say, hey, yo, slow down, you know, do it this way, do it that way, right? And help them make their tweaks and adjustments versus someone who don't even want to put the car and drive, right? So shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Great webinar this past weekend. What up, Robert? What's goody? What up, Gary? Good to see you, brother. Jose in the house. What's up, Wayne? Wayne got that money. That money's on him. That money's on him. The money wants Wayne more than Wayne wants the money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a constant current flow right to him. Oh, snap. Stephen B., how we feeling? How we feeling, brother? Who is that? iPhone. Hold on. Who is that? I can't see it. iPhone 2 in the house. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm talking to everyone in Zoom. Anyway, let's take a look here. Anyone got any good questions today? Any success stories I should know about? Would love to hear if some of you guys are accomplishing cool things, whether that be on the desk, off the desk, whether it be involved in your trading or your personal life. Anyone got any cool wins to share on this lovely morning? 8:20 here. Purchase a challenge on top one. Guess my country's restricted. You could Sam, try getting one with the forex. So top one trader. So you got top one trader, which is forex. You got top one futures, which is the futures one. So maybe try top one trader. If not them, go with like Dominion Funding is pretty good, I heard as well, or like someone like FTMO. Let's go, Icon. Love it, brother. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, you don't even have to trade the strategy to be here, man. This is a trading / personal growth and development / leadership / become the best version of yourself stream here. I should probably change the title pretty soon. Totally committed. Trade every day. Love the bull pick in the back. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Hopefully you can find some success here throughout this live stream like a lot of other people have. If you're totally committed about learning and, you know, showing up every day, I think we keep things very simple here and not too complicated. So yeah, hang out here, ask good questions, come on back tomorrow. We'll be live all week, and you know, see if you like the way we do it and how we do it. And if you do, you know, settle down here and lock in, because this is an incredible system, an incredible strategy. It's simplified to the max, and a lot of people are having success with it. So I've personally been trading this system for like 3 years now, over almost 4 years, and consistently every day. I've had my ups and downs. I've had good days, red days, all that in between. But pretty much at this point now, 4 years in, my experience is really starting to kick in here. And yeah, I remember Raja would just hit, and it feels good now to kind of be in that position too, because I've got the experience. I know where to stay out. I know where to get in, you know, and I'm very kind of, in a way, picky with my trades, and that's fine, because with these funding companies, with my own personal capital, I don't need to be a trading junkie to make money. You know, 1 to 2 good trades a day for me is more than enough. Sometimes I'll get 3, sometimes 4, but I tend to average 1 or 2 trades a day, and that tends to keep me profitable and keep my green days green, right? And also keep my red days at that, right? Just 1 red, maybe something, you know, small, maybe a normal size loss, but it doesn't go further than that. And then I know I can come back in the next session or the next day and, you know, look for good opportunities. So if you just keep trading like simple like that, I think a lot of you guys will do really well. Some of you guys are 5 trades deep already, right? So that's an issue, right? I mean, I would say it's a bit of an issue. Most people can't succeed like that. There are some exceptions to everything, but most people aren't going to win trading, taking 10, 15 trades a day. It's just too much exposure for the market to get you, right? The market's really, really smart. It's like, you know, continuing to play at the casino, right? Eventually they're going to get you. So you want to get in and out. It's like a bank robbery out here, you know, like a bank robbery, like a casino. Just get your bag and keep it moving. Yo, Futures Lore, looking good today, brother. You're looking good today. I can't even see you, but I know it. Yeah, you know what? You know what I learned too in that book? Nobody, I repeat, nobody has a discipline problem. Not one person on the planet Earth. Because you're all disciplined to doing something right now. Right? Like, you might be disciplined to your bad habits. You don't have a discipline problem. Trust me, you're already disciplined. You're already disciplined in doing overtrading. Or you're disciplined in every time you take a loss, you want a revenge trade, right? So you don't have a discipline problem. You just have an attention to detail problem, right? So you got to focus that discipline and transfer it. So it's not that you can't be disciplined. It's just that you're addicted to a certain frequency, right? Any of you guys know what you have to do? You know you want it so bad, but you can't really like take action on it. That's because you're addicted to that frequency that you're currently at, right? So in order to change your frequency, you got to change what you frequently see, which also in returns, you have to change what you do, right? So a lot of people don't want to change what they do. Therefore, they'll remain as they are, right? Guys, is life getting simple or what? Are we completely breaking down this weird thing of existence? Like everything comes from your thoughts, words, and actions. Everything. So you don't like your life? Change your thoughts, change your words, change your actions. Start to give life to the life that you want. Does that make sense? See Melly in the house. See Melly's doing it. See Melly's doing a great job at doing it, right? Pablo is popping, brother. What's good? What's good? Hey, yo, Kelvin, how we feeling? Anyways, let's take a break from that. Let's take a look at ES here today too, because there could be some good possibilities. I did take a ES position last night, so this was my trade during Asian session. I got to the desk, so I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any of that, or this, right? So by the time I got to this, to desk last night, the whole pack runner and all that had already been snagged, all that stuff, right? So we had already kind of closed above. We had already closed above a second time, and then we had already grabbed the pack down there. So that low broke, and when I got to the desk, this candle here was still was just about to close pretty much. So I looked at all of those things and I said, okay, this actually looks pretty good. The 4 hour here was also breaking. That was the break of the 4 hour high as well. So you had price tumbling down here, stops abruptly right at the 4 hour wick fill. Literally, if you look left, look where we dropped down to. So we stopped right at that wick fill. This 4 hour candle closed bullish, and then now this one had made the low, but it kept coming up, and I just got in on the break of that 4 hour high. It was also the 1 hour high, which was mainly the position was taken off of the 1 hour / like 30 minute. So that was pretty much the move. It was a very simple breakout that turned into a celery play. I actually did get stopped out on because I kept a really tight stop. So I actually did get stopped on the first attempt, but then on the second attempt, it came back up, rebroke the high, and then it went into profit. So it was, yeah, unfortunately I got hit. That should have been like a much bigger, probably could have been like closer to 1,000, right? But I had to recover that little stop out there. So literally just stopped me out and then came right back up. And yeah, I re-added it. I had a good feeling about this. I knew I could potentially get the stop out there because I didn't want to keep the stops all the way down here. So I kept it really tight. Just nipped me on the first attempt, and then I let it come down. I let it re-break the highs, and then that's where I got in. And yeah, partials was taken right here. So my goal was that wick fill. Partials was taken right here. Now, how did I get the partials, one may ask, right? So what I did was I just went down to another lower time frame. So I seen the 15-minute. We had clean range too, up until 77. But I had a feeling that we were, it was Asian session too. So I dropped down to the 5-minute, and then I looked at this one right here. This one was much closer. You guys see this one right there? Boom. So that was the opportunity for me to close partials, right, at 37 pips. And then the rest of it did get hit at break even, unfortunately, right there. And then it's just flew, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. But that was the trade. Now, I want you to see here. Where did price hesitate? And this is why it's so important to listen good when we talk about our base hits, when we talk about our partial TPs, our full TPs, because where did price push straight up to and then hesitate for like some time? Right here, right into this area. See all that rejection? Then we even dropped down, and that's where I got hit at break even, right? And then where did we hold up again? Right at the wick fill. Now, what are those two areas? Well, it's interesting that just happens to be our TP1, right? And our TP2. So if you guys haven't watched the trade management / risk management webinars in the Clubhouse yet, go tune into those at some point this week. This is where you're going to learn exactly how I look for these partials. I look for these TPs, and I mean, we gotta be honest with ourselves. We're on the money almost every single time. Like almost every single time we close partials, price tends to reject out of there. Sometimes it threatens our break even. Sometimes it hits our break even. But there's no doubt that those partial TP areas really work well, right? So go watch those webinars. It's like 2 hours of webinars when it comes to trade management and risk management. Highly recommend it. And study those webinars really good, and then that way you kind of learn exactly how I do that type of stuff. All right. Anyway, let's look. Any questions on that trade? Any questions while I do this breakdown? So daily time frame here on ES, we did move down here on Friday, right? So we had NFP on Friday, right? So we've seen that big move. We came down, kind of closed like, at support, but who knows? We might continue down. I would expect us to pull back a little bit, maybe even get a little range, right, going on the daily now, and then, break out again or something like that. But as of right now, price is moving up pretty heavily. We are bearish, though, on the daily. So just keep that in mind. The 4 hour has also moved up quite a bit now. So if we look at the 4 hour, right, and we look left, we kind of see us coming into the highs here now. So if we draw a line there, these highs here, we want to see how are we going to react now, because if the daily's bearish, right, then this could potentially mean that this is where the top wick is going to be formed at before now driving back down here today, right? So I don't know if we'll break the lows and completely drive down, but could we see a move back down now on this daily candle after hitting those 4-hour targets, right? It would just kind of make sense there. So let's take a look back at the 4-hour. We want to see how we're going to react here. Will we break the highs? I think if we break the highs, we should move up. If we start like rejecting here though, high chance that we can potentially move down, right, on the next 4-hour candle. So let's say that this one kind of closes like this. The next candle here could potentially be the one that starts pushing that daily candle back down, right? So that's kind of like what I'm looking for here. We're a bit overextended on the 4-hour as well. Let's take a look at the 1-hour. Yeah, I think if we can get some sort of closure right below that support there during high volume, we could probably come down and fill this wick here. So that would pretty much be my game plan. If we can kind of close below after a bullish candle, and if we have high volume coming in at that point, right, you'll most likely come down and fill that wick there. So that's a decent opportunity. Other than that, I would probably just wait for probably a closure below, a closure above now, and then just, you know, look to take the buys up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see. 4 hours been pumping for a while, so I'm definitely open to the shorts, but we'll see about the buys here as well. We've obviously got more room to go, so, you know, we'll see what happens come high volume time here. What time is it? 8:30? Yeah, it's 8:30. We're ranging. Let's take a look at gold. Gold closed at no lower wick. Perfect. So, you know, we're waiting for something like this on gold. So if we kind of close bearish here, or even bullish, right? Something like this would be nice. We could take buys on the way up, or we can potentially create our support that we're looking for, right? So we're looking for a support here as well. If we can get that, that would be awesome. We could take our buys to move back up here. Everything's playing out. It just takes time, but we knew it would take time when we did the breakdown. So now we're just allowing that time to play out. See, Melly, how are you? How are you, buddy? XAU USD. Let's see, XAU USD. Yeah, same thing. You're waiting for support. The same exact price action on XAU USD right now. Same exact price action on forex. We're looking the same today. I hit about 100 trades for the year so far. Wins, loss. Okay, great. Would love to see, Zach, if you have any of that documented. I'm sure you do. I would love to go over it. If you need any help, if you want any questions, any feedback, we can definitely talk about that. And I'm thinking about so we're going to be adding some new things to the clubhouse here very soon. Couple new things. So one of the things I want to do is get some people up on camera, right? And maybe go over some trade reviews together. I think that'll be extremely helpful. We'll kind of do like an elite call in a way, right? And we'll do that once a week, maybe twice, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, something like that. So we want to start doing that, where you guys can come up and we can jump on camera. Maybe we'll hold this off for a Saturday webinar day, or maybe we will just do it, while we're waiting on setups. So that's going to be going down. We're also going to be anyone that shows up late. So sometimes people show up a little like after we do the breakdown. So me, John, and Magnus will begin to record all of our breakdowns. So that way, let's say you come into the clubhouse or into the session just a little bit behind where we already did the breakdown, you can go in and just watch it. There'll be a breakdown channel in the Discord where we'll upload them literally on like at that time, right? So that you won't have to wait or anything. We'll upload it right then and there. So that way, if you come in a little bit behind schedule, you guys know exactly what we're looking for, why we're looking for it, and all that good stuff. So that's one thing. Also, we're going to be doing weekly reviews. So you guys know how I've done like these weekly reviews on YouTube. Let me go to YouTube here. So we'll be doing those now in the clubhouse. So every single trade taken within the clubhouse on stream, and even the ones that are off stream, you guys remember like these weekly reviews, they only take about 11 minutes, 10 minutes 12 minutes or whatever. So me, John, and Magnus are also going to be doing weekly reviews. That way you guys can go in, like, and they'll be uploaded on Friday night or even like early Saturday morning. So that way that weekend you can go in there, you can study all the trades taken, whether you want to go watch Magnus, you want to watch John or me, whatever it is, or if you want to watch all of them, right? They'll all be in there for you, and everything will be broken down to the T. So yeah, so that's coming. What's that? That's three new things. We got about 10 new videos that we're adding to the course. And then what else? TK, am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing something. But yeah, so those are a few things that we're adding to the clubhouse to make it just that much better. And really just a lot of review sessions, because it's one thing to trade together, it's another thing to review together, right? And we do get a chance to do that here and there. We also get a chance to do that on some of the webinars, but I think week to week, if you guys had good weekly breakdowns on every trade, that'll be extremely helpful. So that's just something I wish I had, coming up in the game, and that's why we're going to provide it. Oh yeah, let me update the trade board. How you doing? Yeah, I maybe one day I'll get as good as you guys, and by the 4th I'll have 13 wins and whatever. Let's update that. Let's update OBS. Great month, by the way. Great month of July, I should say. Monthly, boom. So I think we got 1 green day, maybe 2. I think it's 1. And that is where we sit. Let's check TradeZella out. Oh, 2 green days. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, 2. All right, 2 green days. 2 green days. 1 on Friday and 1 on basically Sunday, which was yesterday. Yeah. So that was the trade. I showed you guys this trade already. So that was the one I got hit on. And then this is the one. I mean, it was the same exact trade, but, it was just a little bit bigger size, a little bit better than the first attempt. So clean move. Whole wick got filled, as you guys seen, but yeah, that was it. I don't think all the accounts on Thursday for the giveaway went in yet, or Friday, whatever it was. So yeah, just so being that we're doing them like, all right. So basically they give us like maybe like 5 or 6 to give away, right? But I'd be going a little above sometimes, a little overboard, right? So sometimes I have to put them in gaps, you know what I mean? So it's not like, here, 20 of you got 20 of them all at one time. So that's kind of what the holdup is here and there. So yeah, just bear with us. we got too many giveaway winners. Yeah, sometimes I just buy your accounts too. Like I just pay for them myself because it's just, I feel bad like putting it all on them too. So you should have a live hangout. We'll watch each other's trades. Yeah, that'll be really fun, man. That'll be really fun. We're gonna so going back to the clubhouse, that we're gonna get a little bit more active in terms of like hearing from others in the clubhouse as well, right? And just kind of doing some sort of volunteer work, whether it be you guys want to link up with Rafi like you've seen Angelo and Jay Pipsky do, or like if you guys want to link up with me or John or Magnus, and then we do like a little trade review together. And I'll basically just treat it like an elite session, right? Where we go over your trades, review everything, give you feedback and whatnot. So by the way, the other thing is the elite program. So a lot of messages about like the timing, right? So, hey, your timing is off on our timing and we want to get in, but then you close it, or, when we're ready, it's not open. So over the weekend, I was thinking about it a little bit. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave the program open for like 1 or 2 spots per month. So instead of me working with like, let's say 5 people over the course of, and like closing it for 4 months, right? Or 4 or 5 months, because we don't really open it that often. We really don't. It maybe opens 3 times a year. So what I'm thinking is maybe what we'll do is I'll leave opportunities to get 1 or 2 slots open every single month. And the elite program is a one-on-one mentorship with me, where we meet bi-weekly or once a month. We go over your trades. We go over basically anything you want. It's a personal growth, development, leadership, trading, all that type of stuff, all in one, right? Like, hey, we even have guys fix their marriages in the elite program. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so that's what that is, and we've seen a lot of success with elite members and whatnot. So it's a one-on-one, you know, program with you and I, where we can just chop it up, you know, get to know each other better, and I could become, in a way, your life coach, right? So not only your trading coach, but anything else that I can give you any sort of advice on, then I will help out, you know, in whatever way I can. But that's pretty much the program. So 1, maybe 2 spots a month, since a lot of people are just like, yo, we can't do the whole weight thing. That's pretty much the solution that I came up with. So August we're cut, right? But then we'll open it, let's just say next month, September or something, because I just filled like 4 spots. So we can't bring anyone on right now, but in September we'll open up the door again for 1 or 2 people. All right. So yeah, so those are probably the bigger changes that are going on in the clubhouse, or additions, right, and to the elite program. So that's pretty much all of that on that end. Nobody knows nothing. Yo, Jamil, how we feeling? Sunday's Asian session. No, every week we start London. So this is the clubhouse. This is the clubhouse, what's it called? Schedule. So every single week starts in London. So last night we started, and that session started in London sesh. Yeah, so if you guys want to take a little screenshot of that for some time down the road when you're looking in, you know, at the schedule, that's pretty much it. Bands counted up. Yes, sir. One-on-one, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Market's going up and down like a seesaw. Yeah, so we'll see if we can get a support here. 1 hour is going to close. 30 minutes going to close, all that in like 15. Nothing for me here on the 15-minute time frame, so I'm going to just wait on this candle, see how we close. Yeah, by the way, the elite program, yeah, it's mainly men, I would say. We used to work with a lot of newer traders, and I can still do that, but I personally like the elite program now is more so for traders who have been around the playbook for a little bit. They understand it. Maybe they're still in the red, or they're break even at this point, and they're just trying to figure out their blind spots, you know, because at the end of the day, we all have those blind spots. Even I had to hire coaches and mentors to help me find that type of stuff in my trading. So that's pretty much the type of trader that I look to work with is someone who's got experience. They understand the playbook. They don't need me to teach them about breakouts and onions and stuff like that. It's just now you're just trying to find out where the money's going, right? So yeah, a lot of times if you're a break-even trader, it's very simple, right? You have 1,000 coming in, you have 1,000 going out, right? So the idea is, where is it going, right? And how's it leaving? And a lot of people, believe it or not, can't really figure this out on their own, right? It's very tough when you don't have that experience and knowing certain things that someone who has experience can give you. But that's the missing piece, right? For the break-even trader, it's he knows or she knows how to bring money in. He or she just doesn't know how to keep it, right? And that's what I'm here to help you do. 15 celery. Nah, I'll probably let the 15 go here. Wait on the 30. Yeah, 15 could roll. It's 8:45, so I'd rather wait for actual support here. Or if I'm going to take like the celery, the impulse idea, I'd rather take it off a 30-minute time frame here. Oh, what we got here? Hey. The king. Let's get it. Spaceman. The Spaceman. All right, cool. So yeah, that's the plan here. We're just waiting for that plan to present itself. So we need a green closure, and if we get that, then we can look to step in here. Nah, my plan from the jump is to wait on this closure. I don't have any plans in like taking the impulse here on the 15, so I'm just waiting for that closure. That's pretty much my only plan. That's what keeps my trading extremely simplified here today. And yeah. NQ? Yeah, we can take a look. Let's see. Yeah, NAS is... Yeah, let's take a look at the daily. So same thing as ES, right? You got the daily candle closing down there in support. 4 hours a bit overextended, but obviously it could continue pushing up here, right? Especially if you get a strong 1 hour support here in about 12 minutes. You might have a little fake out going on here. You get the closure above. We could, potentially continue pushing up. So I'd probably wait on this, maybe a closure above, and then crazy 930 candle could possibly move up and fill that wick up there in the highs. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'd probably stay away from whatever we got cooking here now and just wait for closures above or below and then go from there. That'll be breaking all your 4 hour highs. This closure below would be the 4 hour candle starting to flip and potentially breaking its own low down here, and then you should see a drive down on the daily candle. So yeah, we'll see where we go. It's probably going to range up until about 9:30, and then boom, kaboom. Similar to ES, I would say, just ranging a little bit. One-on-one, life-changing. Yeah. Magnus came in as an elite member too. You just never know where the elite can take you to. A lot of elite members too. I've also introduced them to other people who, created other opportunities and outside of trading and whatnot, other business opportunities. So you just never know. Connections. It's all about who you know. Is the book outsmarting reality? Yeah, that's it. Simsy. Like the stories on Insta about hitting rock bottom. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. I didn't realize it. That's the thing. Life moves so fast, gang. It moves so fast that unless, I know it's cliche, but unless you really stop and smell the roses, right, you don't realize what's happening sometimes. So, like, I posted that story, and the next day, like, I just realized, like, wait, hold on a second. Or maybe it was the same day. I'm like, this is exactly one of the visions that I had back then in 2018, 2019. It was one of the toughest points in my life. We were legit homeless. Me and Anna had to leave our luxury apartment complex in Tampa to literally be homeless, right? And we were homeless like 2 or 3 times in our life. And I never really shared these things too much, right? So luckily we were able to go all the way down to South Florida because we had no home at this point, right? We were just living, right? And we had $300. We sold this couch so in our apartment, we couldn't afford anything. The only thing we could really afford was this couch that we got for like $300. So we got kicked out of the apartments, right? And basically we had this couch, and this fit couple from downstairs came and they bought it. And they gave us $300, and we had $150 to our name, gang. This is after I had been doing pretty good financially too, by the way, right? And had already been well immersed in personal growth and development, had built businesses, had helped people build e-commerce businesses as well, had spoken, around the, Northeast and whatnot. Like, this is all after that. So you heard that song, right? Make it to the top, see how far you drop. Like, it is true. Like, sometimes you are going to experience that. Success, like I said in my story, will throw you through some wild rides, right? I remember listening to Anna on the other side of the bathroom door just crying in the bathroom because we legit basically had nothing, right? Like, you run into these times and like where times get tough. And look, our parents can't help us. They're not financially in a position to do that, right? So it's even worse when you realize, man, no one can even help us if they wanted to, right? Like, of course our parents probably would want to help us, but if they don't have enough money, how could they, right? So that was really a time where I finally realized, I really got to be the man, because ain't nobody else going to help anyone that I know, right? So how can we actually, do this? And that's when I started learning trading. And, I had already been starting to learn trading a little bit at that point. But I remember driving to the gym. So luckily, we were so blessed that Anna's sister lived down in Weston in South Florida. And she said, hey, you guys can come stay with us for a little bit, you know what I mean, until you figure it all out. So thank God we had that opportunity, and we were able to stay there in one of their places, and one of the rooms, right? And I just felt like such a loser, man. It's like a 3-hour ride from Tampa to Weston, and me and Anna both took our separate cars down there, gang, and I felt like a complete loser. And I knew, and on that ride, I did a lot of thinking. And then on that ride, gang, honestly, it gets me emotional now. I told myself I will never, ever be broke again. This will never happen to me again. My kids will never experience something like this either. And I made a decision there to really lock in. And every single day, I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. And I didn't want to just sit around in Anna's sister and her husband's house like a loser, right? So I would just go out. I would just go to the gym. I work out at the gym. I go to Panera Breads and Starbucks and just study trading. I remember at that time I had a course. It was my first course ever by Lambo Raul, and I just watched it and studied it and watched it and just continue to try and get better. But every single day, going back to the whole point of the story, is I would be in my regular Honda, and I'd be driving on these roads, and I would visualize myself in a Lamborghini SVJ, or at that time I was really starting to follow Q Banks and some of those guys, and I'm like, you know what, I can live that life. If they could do it, I could do it, right? And I had already been a big dreamer, by the way, big car guy, but I was thinking of just riding around in my Lamborghini, right? Or riding around in my supercar with my little daughter. We didn't even have kids at this time. Actually, we were having trouble having kids at that time, right? And all that. We were going through all that. When the storm came, it just came, man. And I would just visualize that, gang. And then yesterday or whatever it was, I just realized, holy crap, that vision has become a reality because I held it close when the times were tough, when things didn't look anything like that, right? I decided to create that own reality in my mind. I decided to pretend I was already a successful trader. I even followed guys there was one guy who had a Discord, and he had X amount of people in his Discord, and I said, man, one day I'm gonna help people as a trader, and I'm gonna have a Discord. And it's just crazy to sit back and you just let time go by, right? When you're locked in and you know exactly what you're after, time truly becomes your edge. And most people just don't give it the time, right? They're not willing to die for it, literally, right? They're not willing to give it all they got. And when you're willing to give it all you got, time, gang, is simply your edge, right? You don't need to worry about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. All you have to do is do the right things every day, and those things that will accumulate, right? They will add up. They will begin to take count for those actions, and eventually when it comes together. So yeah, those were tough times, but we were tougher than those times, right? And our dream was crystal cleared, and I knew that if I gone through adversity, I needed to focus on my dream even more during those tougher times in life. I needed to dig deeper. I needed to get it more clear. I needed to visualize it, and that's what I spent a lot of my time doing during that time, because I just couldn't sit at home, right, at that house. What's going on with this guy? Is he not getting a job? Is he not doing this? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't have a job. I wasn't getting a job. It was wild, right? So, and then boom, all of a sudden, we had a baby coming and all these blessings, and I had to really start to clean up my act, right? And that was probably about in I think Alea was born in 2021, right? So 2 years after that, luckily I had able to find a place back in New York, and I went home. My ego was like, you can't go home. You can't go home, bro. You already done this. How you gonna look going home? But I knew I had a game plan, gang. To when I went home, I knew that I wasn't going to stay there. I knew I'd be back to Florida. It just was going to be a matter of time. And I locked in. Yeah, and that's where the whole like maturity idea started coming from, right? Because now like we had a baby on the way. I was already messing up for 2 years in trading. I was, blowing it. I was gambling it a little bit, just trying to find my footing. And yeah, we went back to New York with a game plan, and we stayed on that game plan, and we did not budge. We were on it like white on rice every single day. I understood what needed to be done, and I did it. And yeah, success eventually caught back up to me, and we were able to come back out and get a bunch of payouts and start to have a lot of success trading, and then move back out to Florida about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and we've been on cruise control ever since. So yeah, stay steady, because all you need is momentum. But you need time, you need struggle, it's a dream struggle victory story. And that dream struggle victory builds so much momentum in your life, and you have so much worth after that, right? Imagine going through all that and then getting success. You're worthy of it at that point, right? That you deserve it, and you'll tend to treat it well, right? And that's the big thing. Anyone can get success. Who can keep it, right? Who can give it that tender love and care, and do the right things with their finances. So in order to do that, you got to grow. And in order to grow, you got to struggle, and that's just the game. So if you're going through that, again, we're more alike than we are different, gang. So a lot of us have these same exact stories. Your story is the same as mine, right? But just, will you follow through on it so you get an opportunity to share it, right? The only reason you guys are listening to me share my story is because I went out and fulfilled what needed to be done, right? So if you do that too, your story will make a big difference in other lives as well. The issue is, if you never succeed, no one cares to hear it, unfortunately, right? We live in a tough world. So go out there and win, because your story is going to inspire possibly more people than my story will ever inspire. So we all have great legacies and stories, but we just got to, do the right things so that way they're worthy of listening to. What up, Sandman? All right, now that I held you off of FOMO for the last 6.5 minutes, we'll see if we can get the closure we're looking for, and possibly take some buys. If not, it's not a big deal to wait for closures above 24. And if we don't get a trade today, who cares? You'll be all right, right? You'll be all right. You'll make it till tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Where's my man Johnny Gems? There he is. Johnny Gems, am I lying about any of this?
Yo, nah, bro. You're not. That story, man, I could hear that story all day, every day. It's a beautiful story. Nah, bro, you're definitely not lying about it. You had a tough time for sure. Dream, struggle, victory, man. That's the journey. That's
what it is, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah. This such a beautiful story, and so inspirational as well. And yeah, man.
Nice shirt.
Thanks, bro.
Clean.
TT, baby. Let's get it.
All right, so real quick,
get your TT merch.
The game plan here, So I do like the closure. I don't not like it. The only thing is, we got a new hour candle here, so I don't want to get in every single time. Let me just put it this way: every time I get in like this early in the candle, I lose the trade. So I want to see if this candle can come back down, break the lows, and then we get a re-entry on the break of the highs in about 5 or 6 minutes. So literally every time I execute right here, I lose. So I won't be doing that here today. I'll be waiting for that low to break. I'll give this 1 hour candle a little bit more than 60 seconds to open up, and then go from there. And if this thing wants to drive, I don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. So I could wait for a closure above here too. It's not that big of a deal. So if we can come back down, break the lows, give this candle like a little bit more than 1 minute to actually kind of be open, then I'll look to get into this position. If not, then I'll just wait and see how we do on the closure.
Yeah, I like the closures back above 24, 25, whatever. Those look clean as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've taken a trade in the first minute and won in, I can't even tell you how long.
All right. It's all right. This is a little risky being in these buys, I think. A little bit, especially without that lower wick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on the hour candle too.
Yeah, and like you said, just breaking the highs in the first, minute? Not even first 30 seconds.
Minute. A pack runner here, right? That'd be insane, then break the lows. Because I would still love to see another quick push down too. I wouldn't mind that at all. Maybe not on the hour candle, but maybe like on a 15-minute candle. So you get like a quick little push down. We get a steeper low on the 1 hour, right? Something like this. We come back up, close like that, and let's say we're going to use this now. So we use that, and then we wait for the closure above it. So now you get a fresh support. You give that 1 hour candle some time to open up. Let's say we break the lows and all that, right? Give that candle some time. You got new support. You got a clean breakout, and then we can go at 9:15, 9:30. That's where all the volume should come in anyway.
I like it. Yes, sir.
How are you? Magnus was grown in a TTE lab. True story? Yeah, that's very true.
That is.
Magnus was built on the assembly line of TTE. Yep. Yep.
Heck yeah.
That's funny.
Home breed. Homegrown, chat.
Homegrown.
Yeah,
All
yo,
right.
what's poppin', chat? How y'all feeling?
Chat.
How y'all feeling?
If you guys can, like the stream.
Plan?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
He said TTE lab.
Yeah, chat. Give the stream a like, man. Especially if you enjoyed that story from Nick. Man, if that inspired you a bit, you got to give the stream a like now.
I'll bring you guys more stories too, by the way. I'll bring y'all more stories. I think I'm going to start letting you guys in on more of my life. Yeah, we're going to start some vlogs and stuff too.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to hear more of Nick's story, which there's even more inspirational stuff that he even kept out. But I think, Nick, you should definitely make like a video or something on like a longer in-depth video about your story for sure.
Yes, sir.
Because you did leave a good amount out. You know, you explained it pretty quick, but yeah.
Yeah, that was about 6 years and about 6 minutes. So it's a lot. It takes a little longer to live it. It's a lot easier to share it.
Yeah. But yo, chat, I have one goal today. One goal to follow my trading plan. That's it. If I could follow my trading plan today, and if that's my goal every day, then I'm guaranteed to be a success long term. So I highly recommend y'all do the same. You know, that's what the winners say to do. So
program to win.
Yeah, you know I was gonna say that, right, Damien? Yep.
He's predictable.
Y'all saw it. Y'all heard it coming.
Yeah, I shared I'm gonna share some pics too moving forward. I found some pictures in one of my old phones. This was back in 2013. 2013, just sitting in these seminars, mind being blown. Still had the 2 on the side. I don't even think I had a fade. I don't even think it had a fade. It was just like 2 all around. Got the whole shape up. The thin beard. You guys remember the thin beards back then? Man, those were the days. But yeah, this was me. I guess it's around 9:30 at night back in 2013. Just locked in, blowing my mind, being enlightened, and just hearing from some of these speakers and being like, whoa, like I've never heard something like that before. So I'll start sharing more stories, more pictures. I'm trying to work this video together. It's taking time and that's fine, but I'm trying to collect a lot of old pictures, even pictures when I was a kid, and kind of do like a my story YouTube video. And I've actually been working on that for over 2 months. So we're trying to put a lot together, so it'll be like a pretty cool in-depth video.
Need that.
Yeah.
That's what I like hearing the most. I don't even care about your success. I just want to hear your journey. The journey is the most beautiful part about your success, in my opinion.
It is. And isn't it so funny how we all try to avoid the journey in a way?
Right.
Let's
go straight to success.
The more I realize, again, these cliche, cheesy sayings, but the journey is the destination. It's crazy. I can't see it being any other way.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see where we're going to go here. I'm definitely interested pretty soon. I want to let this hour candle like open up a bit, but damn.
All right, just kind of right off the bat here. It was all right too, like the move up. I mean, you had that resistance. I mean, you had like 25 pips, but like you said, right off the bat, like less than a minute. So.
Yeah, too quick for me. Love that. Yeah, that's awesome. Mike B, good stuff.
Yep, yes sir, Magnus. It's not what we got, but it's about who we become. Yes sir, exactly. Because who you become is what you'll attract, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I love that one quote. I think it's by like Brian Tracy or maybe I forget, Jim Rohn maybe. But he's like, everyone should shoot to become a millionaire, not because of what they'll make, but because who they'll become in the process, right? Like, I just love that. That is so damn true. You will become a totally different person. You really will. And, yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right? Because, again, in order to change your frequency, you have to change what you do and who you are. So you have to basically, in a way, like, get rid of the old version of yourself if you want the new version, so it is what it is, right? If a caterpillar wants to become a butterfly, it just can't be a caterpillar anymore, right? So it's got to choose. And again, a lot of people are so disciplined, believe it or not, or addicted to their current frequency, right? Because it's very easy, it's very natural to flow at that frequency, but it's not very productive and it's not where they want to be. So it's very difficult to change your frequency and start changing your habits and whatnot, right? So if you can do that, you'll change who you'll always be the same person deep down, right? But your growth, right? I mean, success is growth, life is growth, right? So you got to be willing to change and do different things than you're currently doing now if you want to experience different things in life.
Yes sir. And it's like what Neville Goddard talks about too, like don't like focus on the the results in your physical world right now. More so live in the state of your desire already being fulfilled. So don't even look at the results you got in the physical world. Focus on being in true alignment with your goal, right? Be in true alignment with the person you want to be that already achieved your goal, right? And the way you do that, to be in true alignment, you have to align your thoughts, words, and actions with the person you were trying to become or with the goal you were trying to achieve. So I'm more focused on being in true alignment through those things that I control, my thoughts, words, and actions, more so than how my results look in the physical world. Because I understand over time, just like if we plant a seed and over time it's going to grow into fruits and stuff, right? I know over time if I can stay consistent and disciplined with that, then I will, reap a reward out of that, and I will attract the thing I want to me.
100%. 100%. The mind is limitless. That's right.
There. Yeah, Nick, you take what'd you take? You took some trades today?
I took ES buys earlier in Asian.
Oh yeah, ES.
To be honest, I didn't even know it was ES. I thought it was gold.
Yeah.
I literally I didn't even look at the pair. I just seen the setup and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks super clean. It wasn't. I don't even think I realized it was ES until like today.
Wow.
Or like earlier, like a little bit later last night, because I closed the trade and I just dipped, right? I just like went for a car ride and stuff, and I came back and I marked it up and I'm like, oh my god, I was on ES.
So I guess ES is valid in Asian then.
I guess so.
Nice,
Take
bro.
every trade in Asian now.
Yeah, right. All right, I'll be trading ES for now.
Our Asian session, we're good for ES.
Yeah, right.
We sample size one trade, we're good.
Can I see the trade?
Oh yeah. Let me get on TradeZilla. TradeZilla. This is it right here. I actually got stopped out. So I got stopped out on the first one. I kept like a super tight stop. It just hit me. Like it broke the low, stopped me out, and then I re-added. I went even bigger. So I added a bigger size to it on the second push up, and that one just pumped up like pretty good. It took about 10 minutes, but it was good to go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, so simple. Anyone have questions about this trade? This is money, right? So you got to break out, right? I wasn't at the desk for that break. I wasn't there for these candles here. So I got there when that celery looking thing was closing. So what I noticed was we had already broken out of the range, right? So right here, we broke out of that range. We didn't necessarily move up like right. I mean, we did, but not really, right? And then this candle came down and broke the lows there. You see that break of the lows? So we grabbed the pack runner, and then we started to come back up, right? And as we came back up, this candle ended up closing above the range here. So keep in mind, that candle at one point really was trying to move down. It broke the lows and all that. It looked just like this. And then it came back up, and it ended up closing bullish there. So what I did was I just set a buy stop on the break of the high. And yeah, and the funny part is, here we go. Funny part is actually, I got activated in the first 2 minutes. So again, so remember what I just said about not entering trades like early? I got activated in the first 2 minutes, and then price came down a little bit and stopped me out by like 3 pips, right? And then that took a little while to go down, and then once that happened, I gave the trade a second chance, re-added the buy stop, and then once it broke the high, like 7 minutes, 8 minutes into the candle, that's when it actually made the move. So that's another reason, and just another example of how you can just get stopped out, man. Like I could have easily avoided this $1,500 loss, right, by waiting just a few minutes, and that I could have been up 2,500 today instead of 1,000 or whatever it is, right? So yeah, there's power in waiting, man. You got to be patient. So that's why I don't like to get in when a candle like this makes a small little low and just breaks the high in the first like 30 seconds.
Yeah, bro.
So
Couple minutes can save you so much. Crazy. Couple minutes of patience.
Simple trade.
Nice though, nice trade.
Why did you add size? It was only right to add size. You came down, you broke the high a little bit. You came. We already had a pack runner going on, right? Then you broke the lows once again, and I already know that low break-in is where most of the early buyers, like myself, were stopped out. So I just re-added it, right? While other buyers were contemplating on if they should re-add or should they re-add or maybe this trade, I was like, nah, this is definitely good. I was just too early here, and I just re-added it. Yo, what up, Cameron?
What's up, Cameron? How you doing, bro?
Yeah. I took this trade in Asian, a little risky, but after all, it played out. Let's take a look. Okay, so celery place. I had the closures, entry on the break of the highs, ended up coming down, surviving. Okay. Hold on, let me see that first picture. Okay, so that candle ended up closing above. It looks like, is this 2 different time frames? 30-minute and what time frame is this? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. 15. Okay, cool. Yeah, so again, it played out on the 30, right? Maybe a little too early on the 15, and plays out, after the 30 gets going. So yeah, awesome, good trade. Clean. Let's see. It doesn't matter the pair. Yeah, what'd you do, John? Did you take anything?
Yeah, we did. We actually took some nice sells in pre-NY.
Show me.
Caught about like 25 pips or something. Let me send it in.
I'm telling you, markets are about to ramp up again. So you just wait as we start to approach Q3 and all that. Wait and see the volume start to switch. There's no way this year doesn't end with a bang in the markets. Trust me. They are going to turn the jets up. I already know it.
Yeah, same, bro. I'm already getting that feeling.
Super slow.
Getting that sense.
Yep, super slow and choppy quarter 2. I think quarter 3 is going to change. Yeah, we're going to see some change.
Sorry. Just sent it in the chat.
Chat. All right, let me take a look.
Simple breakout.
Yeah, clean. Break of the lows, come down in here. Yeah, perfect.
Would have liked to get in on the current high, but it was all good.
Did we didn't keep moving down, right?
No, we did. I mean, we didn't. We tapped full target and then we rejected.
Okay, cool. Nice.
just like anticipated. Yep.
Clean.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, good trade. On to the next. Oh, it's all the playbook. It's
Yep.
all the playbook.
Yep. All right, let's see what we're doing on this 4 hours. So we're coming up here now. Yeah, we're coming up here. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, Trump
Coming
said the
we're
numbers
coming
are
into that-
wrong. Oh, snap.
Coming into that 34-30
Yeah, this area
now.
up here, 30.
We'll see how we react. And 4-hour resistance.
Yeah, if we could have spent a little time making a lower wick here, right, and didn't move. Like, look at that 1 minute candle.
I know.
It just popped there. So,
Yeah, we don't like that in the first minute. Oh,
But
good.
everything
Sometimes it's
actually-
gonna work, sometimes not.
yeah, everything actually looks decently clean. Like, there was some opportunities here if you wanted to go impulse, right, on the break of that high. Then if you didn't really care about the lower wick, then there was an opportunity there, or maybe even the 1 hour celery. But, yeah, let's see if we can get a closure above 24 or something and then go from there. Yeah, buddy.
Would have most likely put my stops, in that current candle low too. So would have liked to see a bit of a steeper lower wick as well.
Yeah, because this one would have been too steep for me. It's like 80 pips, 85
Yeah, definitely,
pips
bro.
for stop. So,
Especially when we're targeting that resistance.
yeah. Mm, mm.
Yeah,
Do you-
facts. Also, make it in my religion to wait for those wicks. That's what Nick posted too. We should all be following our trading plan and our rules religiously, like honestly. And like your desire to preserve your capital has to be greater than your desire to make capital at times in trading. Because Nick, a couple more minutes of patience on ES, he would have saved himself like 1,500. So that's what patience can do. That's how much money you can save by just being patient, honestly, and waiting for those proper setups. Yeah, the desire, your desire sometimes has to be greater to preserve your capital than to multiply it. Like we say, those are those times where I say like, yo, this trade I'd rather be out of it wishing I was in than in wishing I was out. Right? Because I'm not getting that alignment with my rules and edge with the markets right now, and I gotta preserve my capital here, And that makes up a lot. That makes a whole difference in the long run.
Yep. Imagine waiting for your second baby with your wife at the hospital and locked in on at the stream. Let's go. Let's go. W. Baby gonna need that them new shoes, man. Them new shoes.
Is that what you're doing? If
What?
that's what you're doing, bro, congrats.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
second
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, congrats. Hey, man, Anna was like getting ready to have my Kingston. I was still on the stream. I'm like, hold on, babe. We cannot do this before 9:30. I think there's a pretty good setup about to formulate, She was like, get over here.
I remember that, bro. Remember that, bro.
She was like, the baby's ready now. I'm like, what? What? Luckily, the hospital was only like less than 10 minutes away. Bro, I showed up to the hospital when
And we
Kingston
got-
was born. They literally were just waiting for me.
That's hilarious.
Hey, I had to pop them cells at 9:30 for the squad, before we did that. So you
And I
can't
pumped
be
that
mad
baby
at
out
it.
real quick.
Can't be mad at it.
She pumped that out with like less than like a minute.
No lie, they
Got
were like,
there and I
all
was
right.
boom, let's get into it.
Everyone was just literally in there waiting for me.
Crazy, bro.
They're like, you here? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. They're like, all right, let's do this. I'm like, let's do it. Come on, I got things to do. No, I'm just kidding. And I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, that was
I love
crazy.
how nonchalant, I remember when I seen you after, I love how nonchalant you were about it. Like, we were just acting like it was a normal day. And I remember you were like, bro, I just had another kid. And
Hey,
we
I
just got
remember-
chili we just got chilies like it was nothing, bro.
When we had Alea, oh my god, like how many of you guys remember your first kid? Yo, Alea, the first night we brought her home, she had like this booger in her nose that we just felt like she couldn't breathe. Like, she's not gonna be able to breathe. Yo, we called the hospital back. We were like, yo, The lady was like, look, if you're worried, come in, but I just want to say, like, this is pretty common. Like, babies have stuffy noses and stuff. And we're like, I don't, but the lady, like, obviously she couldn't say, don't come in, it's all good. So she was like, come in if you feel it's net. Bro, we went out. We went to CVS, all the places. We tried to get the little booger squirt squeezer, all that, man. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, I can't be doing this. I need to be more responsible. I was like out. Anna called me. She's like, I don't think the baby could breathe. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was crazy.
Sheesh, bro.
Anyone? New kids? New kid. Your first kid is
Hey,
wild.
bro.
Your first kid is
That's
wild.
my sign to chill out. When I have my first kid, I just gotta chill out, take a deep breath.
Yeah. You know. Fourth kid, you're just like, yeah, he was born. Yeah, continue. When? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we had him 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Hey, I'm just trying to get a cheeseburger now.
Yo, I forget honestly what we did. I think it just like came out. Because you know when they're trying to eat and you have no idea. Like these people just hand you this baby. They're like, all right, have fun, take care. You're like, what? No manual, nothing? So like, yeah, you're trying to feed her and like all of a sudden it just sounds like she can't breathe. So we were like, oh my God. What's going to happen?
I wonder how how the fourth baby's gonna go. Like, I wonder if you're gonna be on stream and stuff. And he's gonna be ready to go.
The fourth one, we're just like, yeah, put him there. He'll be able to get the booger out. Don't worry. Just lay him on the floor. It'll be all right. Just put him on his stomach. It'll be good. It'll be all right. That booger squeezer, man. That thing, no joke. Yo, fourth kid is so much different. Even third. All right. So, yeah, we're coming into this area on the 4 hour. So, let's see how we do here. Really? Couldn't give us a little lower wick? Sheesh. Yeah.
It's all good. At least you got some green on the board.
That's hilarious. Yeah, nah, for real. Yeah, the more you have, the less you're like on top of that type of stuff. So yeah, it'd be alright. It'd be alright. Alright, we got 9:30 coming up here in about 5 minutes. So let's see here, man. Let's see where we pushed up to. You have more range on the 1 hour. You did get that kind of, I think you got a wick for that candle. Yeah, so we did get a wick there on that previous candle as we kind of come into this overall range now. So let's see how 9:30 comes up. I might be interested in taking some sort of counter trend here at this point now. You got like no wicks, no top wicks, no lower wicks, kind of like fade looks coming on. So yeah, unfortunately I think the buys are gone, but we might be able to get a pullback here at 9:30 that kind of comes back down into like 23, maybe even comes back down for a steeper lower wick. We'll see. I know some of you guys are probably like, no, don't get crazy, don't take the sells, right? But just rest assured, it's really only for the 15 minutes, right? 15, 20 minutes is all I'm looking for. A nice push back down here, off of the volume coming in at 9:30, right? Overall, I'm definitely bullish on gold, but I'm open to counter trend trading at times when it makes sense.
Yeah. 4 hour candles are also tapping target, which gives us another reason to be a little bit more aggressive with the sells, because we can get a strong push, a strong rejection off that resistance as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, now what's cool is now we got a Leia who's actually able to help, right? So now on the next baby that's coming, we'll be able to have some help. Because, that's the idea, right? The kids create their own tribe. So the kids eventually just take care of themselves, especially if you have enough of them, right? And one's older than the other, and they can start to create their own little tribe. And you guys know how it is. A lot of things didn't even make it to our parents, right? We kept that stuff like in between our siblings. So we're trying to keep them tight and close and have their own tribe going on so that they could help each other out and, be able to sustain life without us all the time. At the end of the day, too, you're raising men and women, right? You're not raising little boys and girls, so you got to keep that in mind, too.
There's some things our parents won't ever know, Nick, for real.
They'll never know. Manual for the baby? Yeah, right. Why wait so long? I entered $20 before. Yeah, you probably had a better plan. You probably had a plan that allowed you to enter $20 before. Where me, I'm already up 1,000 on the day. You know, I'm already green here. I don't need a trade, right? I want the best trade, and for me, this would have been my trade here, but it just didn't give me the lower wick I wanted, and it broke the highs in the first minute. Every time I take a trade where it breaks the highs in the first minute, I lose. So I stay out of that, and I just wait for the next best setup. But we understood this whole move right here, right? We understood it. So you could have got in at the 15, you know, right here on the at 34.17, which wouldn't have been bad, right? You had the impulse idea. But if you waited for here, then this wick wasn't steep enough for me. Yeah, at least maybe if it took 5 minutes, right? But it just took 30 seconds up, 30 seconds down, 30 seconds up, and we were gone within the first minute there. So I don't like to get into trades like that. Yup. I keep impulse trading. It doesn't even feel like it's me doing it. Any advice? Yeah, you don't have a plan, brother. You need a plan. Notice how I have a plan, and if it doesn't like line up exactly with my plan, no matter who gets in or screams and shouts, like I don't get in, right? I don't deviate. So I think you just need a plan. You know, did you have a plan today before you came into the markets? You know, and then if you didn't, I think moving forward, you should create. So go watch like the way I break down the charts in the morning. I plan out what I'm looking for. We talked about we could potentially get buys from here, or we can get sells from somewhere around here. You know, we talked about that this morning. So we didn't get these buys here. So maybe we'll have to, you know, turn the selling hat on and take sells on the break of that low there, right at 9:30 to come down.
Sir, trading plan equals logic. Logic
I have plans.
equals clarity. Traders need clarity before, during, and after trade. So you just need to always keep the logic and keep the plan. You know, there's a wise trader once said, like, a professional trader will win his trade before he even executes it. Meaning, like, he'll plan his trade and then he'll just trade his plan. So the moment he planned his trade out was the moment he won, because all he had to do was follow it, and that was his logic.
Yeah, and then that way, if I lose, I could be cool with the loss, right? Like if I took a loss here, I'd be a little upset at myself, right, for going against some things that I know I shouldn't be doing. So I'd rather lose a trade and be happy about it than, you know, lose a trade, break, you know, kind of break what I'm doing to get in and then lose. That would suck. So yeah, so let's see what's gonna happen here. We're getting some rejections. Obviously, I would love to see how the 30 opens, right? So if we can open up like this, make a little low, and start to attempt to fill the wick, and then come down and break these lows, I actually like this a lot. Yeah, I think the entry would have to be on the break of the 15 low, and then we could potentially see a little fade come into play here. So something like that, yeah, break of that low. All right, so yeah, I'm going to have a sell stop here on the break of these lows. Probably going to go like three contracts. So break of the 15-minute lows there. Yeah, I would assume we can come back down, give that candle a steeper lower wick. That's like 70 pips away. So used to have the same issue, and what'd you do to solve it? Take your finger off the mouse and watch. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Disconnect your mouse.
What some of y'all need to do.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so if I don't mind if we break the high either, but especially if we don't break the high, then this should melt down, especially if we break that previous 15 low. I'm not going to enter on the break of this current 30 low, because that can just come down, create a lower wick, and then just keep pushing up there. So it's got to be the break of the 15 lows there. It's like 34.26. And this is one I'll take on Torah here too. Let me... Torah. Boom, boom, boom. If we break the high, could we use the low? Yeah, you can. You can. It's like a 22 pip different too. So it'll be a little bit more riskier, not going to lie, if you use that low, because again, it could just come down, make the wick, and then just keep driving up and break highs. So I'll probably see if we can keep it on this candle until maybe this candle closes, and then the next candle we might be able to move it up a bit. So we got to close like weak on this candle, and then the next one maybe we can move it up. Podcast, yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, again, you can use that current candle low for the impulse, but like I said, we're very bullish right now, so this is clearly a counter trend trade. So I wouldn't execute off of that low there. But we got volume coming in for sure here. You got no lower wick. We're in a target tapped area, right in between this zone here. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Yeah, we didn't close above either. We did not close above. Number 300? Who's number 300? 300. Stop loss. Yeah, stop loss is, we might have to delete this now because it's getting like 63 pips. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna delete this here, and we'll wait on this 15 closure. And as long as we remain, so you see how the fade opportunity, the fade look is coming up now. You see how there's candle with like no wick, and then you have this candle with no lower wick there, and a rejection to that zone, and then you have this candle now with no lower wick, right? So if the next candle, if price can wait for the move down, if the next 15-minute candle at 9:30 breaks through these lows, that's going to be a perfect fade position right there to continue driving down. So that's what I'm looking for as of right now. And then, more buys probably come about later, right? So maybe you get a push down here, and then more buys will set up, at a later point, right? I still think we're bullish overall. I just think maybe we can push down here at 9:30 for the next, 15 to 30 minutes. Did I learn from Raja or Don? Both. Both of them. Yeah, so let's wait on this candle here. And if this guy can close, so right now it's like about 60 pips, right? So if this guy can close the way it looks here, then what we can do is we can have a sell stop more so on the break of this low, right? And then kind of keep a 40 pip stop.
Much better, honestly, in my opinion.
And then we also get another rejection, right, out of the range. So that'll be good.
And that inverted celery candle, confirmation candle.
Exactly, yeah.
Like a very small body exhaustion wick to the upside. Yep.
Yes, sir. And if you like it right now, you can go in too. You can get like a smaller size in there and go in right on the break of that low. Yeah, but it would be nice
like an aggressive fade.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what's going to happen here. It'd be nice to break this low first and then kind of close up.
Yeah.
But it looks clean.
Yeah, I agree. Energy. Yup.
All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back here. Yeah, so I guess wait on the closure, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. So sell stops, if you want to keep your sell stops, it's fine. We got volume. If not, wait for the 15 closure, and then we take advantage of the second half of the 15-minute candle.
Best of luck to the sellers.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
All right. Yep. Yo, Green, my man. How you doing? Greenery in the chat. What's up, Green? What's the good word? But yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling? How's y'all New York session been? Clubhouse was popping. Such a great day in the clubhouse. Facts, energy. It's hard to not have a great day when you're in the clubhouse, for real. Whether you're in 1 session, 2 session, 3 sessions, the day is amazing. Oh man, we're back at this 8 minute thing here. Snap. 8 more minutes here, chat. What's up, Project Toro? Today we all wearing blue? Yes, sir. Let's go. The winners got the blue on today? I like it, bro. Yeah, I got my TT shirt on as well. We good. Could we have taken a buy on that 8:45 a.m. candle? Let me just see real quick. I think that was the one we were looking at. Oh no, 8:45. Not really. Not me, at least not me. Personally, I don't think that buy looked good at 8:45. Just because like we don't have any, confirmation. Like there's no edge, there's no playbook set up there. So no. Yeah, no, I don't think there was any trades during that time. Considering the 4 hours closing, is that why you're considering the pullback? Yeah, but also because the 4 hours tapping a resistance target, right? We're tapping like a major resistance. So we understand that what is resistance, right? Resistance is an area on the chart where price is most likely to reject and move bearish, right? Unless we get that closure above. If without that closure above, we are most likely to reject and move bearish. So like the idea is like, okay, well, if the 4 hour candles are tapping into a resistance, we may want to reject and start maybe moving bearish, right? So that's the idea where you can get a little bit aggressive on the lower time frames, like the 30 and 15 minute, even though the 30-minute, 15-minute are like trending up right now. We could be aggressive with the counter trend trade because we're tapping targets, right? Not only on the lower time frames, but the higher time frames as well, which we may see a stronger, like rejection. So yeah, that definitely, right, tapping targets, but also yeah, the 4 hours coming to a close, may want to pull back before it closes, but mainly because we're tapping targets, I would say. Yeah, Steven, that's why we would want to sell in an uptrend, right? Because we're tapping those targets. We're a bit overextended now. That's it. Right? We're not analyzing any certainties here. Like we're not predicting the markets, right? There's two things that can happen at the end of the day. We're either going to go up or down. So we're just trying to analyze probabilities and see where the probability's higher or lower to move up or down. And then we take educated guesses. I have blue socks. Does that count? Yeah, that counts. Webinar was fire. Rafi and Angela. Yo, I couldn't even watch it. Yeah, I couldn't even watch it, but I'm definitely gonna be watching that recording. I think it's up, right? But I heard it was sauce. So yeah, I'm definitely about to watch that. So yeah, can't wait to watch it. Is the recording up yet or not, chat? It is? All right, bet. Bet my man Rafi and Angela went off. I'm excited to listen to that. That's gonna be good. The recording should be in the webinar recording channel in Discord.
These kids are crazy, man. These kids are crazy. I told them, stop running in circles. Someone's going to get dizzy. Oh, yeah. I come back in. Boom. Maverick starts crying. Oh, what happened? Oh, Maverick hit the wall. Come on, man. With me, without me. With me, without me. That's what I'd be telling you. Chill out. Just listen to daddy, man. Hey, John, bro. That shirt, though. That shirt is clean.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
Let's go. Try to get your TT merch in the description down below. And yeah, we need that merch, bro. Come on.
The merchie's coming. The merchie's coming.
Yeah, bro.
I love that, Daniel. Let's get it, brother. Let's get it. See, there is no right or wrong in trading. I mean, there is, but for the most part, there's so many ways that work. It's just which ones can you work and which ones make sense and like that you can do long term and be consistent with. So it's very easy to make like, a bunch of money real quick, or let's say like get a new strategy every single 4 months, right, and be in that honeymoon phase. But once you lock in and you marry the system and you don't think twice about it anymore, you don't deviate, you just run that specific system there, you can eventually know what to expect out of your trading. And that's, I think, the biggest thing, right? It's very difficult to know what to expect as a trader in an uncertain environment, like John just said. But if you stick to a certain like system, right, then you know what that system could provide in that uncertain market condition, right? Does that make sense? Like you try and just kind of like cover yourself on the other end by just staying completely disciplined. That's it. That's it. That's the only way to squeeze any sort of certainty into the game we play. That's it.
That's it. Thank God for our edge, because we can get our certainty from there, from the statistics, right? It's statistically reliable. It's based on statistics, right? So that's where you can get your certainty. So unless you got a statistically reliable edge, you have no certainty in this uncertain environment. So you need that, bro. Major key.
Yeah.
And not only does the plan, allow you to make money, but allows you to keep money, right? Because anyone can make money, but who can keep it? And the trading plan not only allows you to make money, but allows you to keep it too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
No, I don't think that 845. Oh wait, it looks a little different actually on Nick's chart, but on my chart, the wick is a bit steeper. That 845 AM inverted celery. Yeah.
Yeah, this one you could have entered there. Yeah, we talked about entering there. Yeah, we talked about it, especially with the candle with no wick and all that. So
my chart looked a little different. The wick on my chart was bigger, but yeah, that looks good.
Yay. All right, so 1 minute here, and we're struggling, right? We're struggling up here at 32. Candle's currently bearish, right? We're flipping bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I think we're running out of steam to the top side. We got the second half of the powerful 930 candle loading up here, and I think I'd be pretty open to risking some profits here on some sells, right? If we can come back down, break through those lows, maybe we can get a drive back into this range. I would say somewhere into like 34.20 or something down there. So that's kind of the idea here.
And it's low key not like we're risking profits either. It's like we're just executing our edge,
That's it.
Like win or loss, we're getting paid to execute the edge anyways.
Let's see how we look on forex. Yeah, we look very similar on forex. So I'll be probably taking this trade, on this account here as well. Looks very similar, pretty much exactly the same. Is there anywhere I could view the stats on each entry? Yeah, in my TradeZella. Does anyone know how to make TradeZella public? I don't really know how to do it. I don't even know if you can do it. But yeah, I keep everything tracked in the playbook there on TradeZella. So everything is tracked right there. All right, gang. So yeah, this actually looks pretty good here. There are going to be like 50 pip stops. So you got 50 pip stops. We should be good to get a push down. You can also use this current high if you like, right? That'll probably be like 39, 40 pip stops. But I am going to have a sell stop here on gold. And that sell stop is going to go on the break of that 30 low. Yeah, this 30 low right here. So we'll see if we get a meltdown for the last 15 minutes of this 4-hour candle and see if we can get a pullback. Will we reject 34 here?
Yeah.
Let's see. The top resistance I got from the 4-hour chart here and also the 1-hour chart here. Yeah. Coming into that basically that 1-hour range. So that's where I would have took all of my profits, right, if I was in the buys there. So let's see if we can tap that area and then potentially start moving back down here on the 4-hour.
Kind of just like that pre-NY trade. We tapped full TP and then we rejected it.
Yeah.
Moved up. Am I a college dropout? No, I actually did not go to college at all. I actually was fortunate enough to learn trading while I was in high school, and by the time I finished high school, I was able to be in the position to, excuse me, go all in on trading. So yeah, no college for me.
No college, no college. Come on, Johnny Gems.
Thank
How are you
God.
gonna be successful?
Right, bro? I don't know. Taking a big risk here.
You're welcome, Fancy. You're welcome. Yes, sir, Jimmy Lee. Got you. Look at the FVG. I've never once looked at an FVG. Not one time in my life. Not once. Mark Douglas book. Yeah, I think you can get it on look on YouTube. Pretty much all Mark Douglas stuff is on YouTube.
Everyone needs to watch the interview Mark Douglas did with Wise Trade, I think it's called, Wise
Yeah.
Trade TV. That's
Yeah.
if you're a trader, if you're really serious about trading chat, like that's a must listen. Like that should be your homework today. Like go and watch Wise Trade TV, Mark Douglas. Every trader needs to watch that multiple times.
All right, Goldie's gonna keep running, so I'm gonna delete this. So we gotta wait for a better opportunity here. So this ain't gonna be too good. We might continue up into these 1 hour highs here. So we got a little bit more room to go on the 1 hour, and I think we're just about there though. Yeah, just about hitting. 4 hour
Freaking
rocket
Goldie
ship.
juice box.
Rocket
Holy
ship.
smokes.
It's not that I'm looking for sells instead of buys today. It's just right here, right now, in this little 30-minute window gap, I'm going to probably look to short the market, right? Because I don't want to take a buy. You know, price been moving up ever since down here. So at this point, and you guys know, I only trade like 1 or 2 15-minute candles. So I'm not like bearish on the day here on gold or anything, but this is something I can totally see happening, right? Is if we kind of create resistance here, price will move down, right, into that range and do something like this. And that's the move that might present itself while we're here together on the live stream, right? So, or you can wait like, you know, more time and then just capitalize on these buys, right? I mean, this would ideally be the move with the trend here, but you know, that might not happen while we're together. So if we look for a trade while we're together, then maybe we'll take this pullback, right, on this 15-minute candle, make some money, get out, close the stream, and then, you know, maybe later on the buys will continue to form up and continue to play out. So we tried doing this, right? We attempted it right here. The only thing was, like, we waited for this whole move down, but this candle just didn't give us what we wanted, right? So we made a small little low, broke the highs in the first minute, let that go. So now we're not going to sit here and wait for new buys, right? I'm going to sit here and see if we can get a selling opportunity for the move back down, right? The little retracement, and then maybe later on we look for more buys, right?
Sorry. The interview I said was Mark Douglas and Wise Trade TV.
Mark Douglas.
Just look it up on YouTube and you'll be able to find it.
Mark Douglas. Just go to the playlist.
Mark, if you guys don't know what Mark Douglas is, he's a psychological trading coach and he's the GOAT, honestly, at doing it.
I think this is the one John's talking about.
That one right there. That one right there.
This one?
That one?
No, this one.
That one that's 53 minutes, the mind over market.
Oh, really? That's on Wise?
That.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I must have been 19
So, yeah.
minutes in at some point.
Let's just hear a gem real quick.
In the 80s, Richard Dennis, on a percentage basis, 95% of his trades were losers. 95%.
Maybe not that one.
But the 5% that were,
But he still made money.
monsters. And he was able
So there's
to,
no right or wrong.
He was able to put on trades at a,
Some of you guys are like, oh my God, there's hope.
And make
99% of his trades were losers and he was profitable?
Sounds like me.
That sounds just like the way my trading's been going.
But not like
There sure is hope. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
nah.
not. Yeah, no,
There's
listen
a
to
lot in that interview.
that whole joint.
Yeah, man.
Yo, listen to the whole playlist. a whole playlist. These are all really good stuff too. Like a lot of other really good
bro.
guys too on here.
The
Remember this one?
in-person
Oh my
webinars?
god, the
Yes, bro.
probabilities. You guys have to
Yes,
watch
bro.
this. Like you have to.
Those are all fire. The in-person classes and seminars he did too on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man, good.
Who needs
Yeah, well, that's
college
what I'm saying
anymore
too, like,
when you can learn everything right here?
I was just about to say that, bro. To the guy who asked me, like, did I go to college? It's like, no, this was my college, you know? Like, YouTube.
Yep.
Literally, Q. Literally.
YouTube University.
Now we got TT University, though.
Yeah. University. Imagine paying like $100,000 a year to go to university at this point. Holy. To party and
Another reason I
network.
didn't want to do it.
You could probably
Yeah.
party and network for less than $100,000.
Definitely, bro. Could do that for like $100 somewhere.
Later futures lower. Peace, peace. My kids going to school.
Peace, bro.
My kids go to school every day. Life. We let them in the classroom of life every day. We let them go out. We let them think on their own. We let them scrape their knees and elbows. We let them play. We let them, sit in their own emotion and handle it themselves, right? Like we let them, learn. And I think that's probably the best school as of right now. Yeah.
That's
You
fire.
closed. Oh yeah. How's ES doing here? Damn, I closed my buys way too early too, because I was in down here. I should have held that.
One day you just gotta hold ES till like
Sheesh,
9:30.
my stop was
10
so
a.m.
tight too. Ah, man,
Damn, that's
bummer.
now that's what you call a guru trade right there.
That wick fill? Come on, how could you not see that down here?
Right? If only we knew.
Clean. Blue 3 funded his accounts today. Can't stop impulse trading. Any advice? Yeah, so don't whip your credit card out just yet. Right? Start to review those trades, review your emotions on why you took those trades, on what you were thinking at the time, right? And try and spot out any red flags and really just see if you should have even been in those trades to begin with. And then instead of buying a new funded account, purchase a Clubhouse membership and let's get you right. Don't even think about making money for the next month. Learn the skill and then and then go out and then start firing away again. Probably the best. You don't need another account. You need education. You need education right now. So focus on learning, and then that way you can get to earning.
You have to learn how to earn first, sir.
I would say about 80% of you guys who think you're in the earning stage are actually still in the learning stage, by the way. That's why you're not earning. Right? So
It's true.
why don't you play your position? Right? And actually realize you're still a student. By the way, I'm still a student, right, to this whole thing. And not focus on the money so much. That goes for like everyone. You're still in the learning phase for a lot of you guys, but you're trying to be in the earning stage, and notice how you're not earning. Yeah, you're trying so hard. You're not there yet, G. You got to focus on education. You got to focus on learning the skill set, and then you can start to make the profits.
Education, bro. That's the word of the day. Education. Imagine trying to like earn a doctor's salary without learning how to be a doctor first. That just never happens.
Yeah, right. You ready for your first surgery? Yeah, it's going to go great. Yeah, how many years of education have you had?
Even
None. Wait, what?
right.
You want that guy working
Even
on you? Well, that guy's
Even
working
the
on your trading
Matrix.
account right now, so.
Yeah. Even the Matrix agrees that education is important before you can earn. So,
Yeah.
in college, you're learning and then earning.
Yep. Can't put the cart before the horse. That's right, Stephen B. That's right. Thank you. 1 to 2 trades a day changed my life. Me too, bro. Me too.
Same.
Imagine
does.
hearing me say that and then not doing it, right? Like, imagine hearing me say, hey, 1 to 2 trades a day changed my entire life. I even made a video on YouTube about it. I even talked about it on all the podcasts I've been on. Hey, anytime someone asks me a question, hey, bro, what's the one thing that you would give credit? And I tell everyone 1 to 2 trades a day, yet some of y'all are still not profitable taking 5, 6 trades a day. When I literally have been just giving you the secret over and over and over for the last 3.5 years. 1 to 2 trades a day, gang. 1 to 2 trades a day. I can take more trades now that I'm more experienced, and I don't. You want to know why? Because there's really not that many opportunities. Like, the market will give you like maybe 1, maybe 2 good opportunities per session. And that's it. So, 1 to 2 trades a day is pretty clean. It'll keep you pretty profitable, and anytime you lose, you won't go down a downward spiral, right? Because if you only take 1 trade and you lose that trade, guess what? That's the worst it can get today. And hey, if I just come back tomorrow, maybe I'll see the markets a little bit better and be able to execute. So, yeah. And it doesn't have to be like that forever. Eventually, you'll get experience and you'll be able to take 2, 3, 4 trades a day, but you'll be able to do it the right way, not the way you're currently doing it. You want to cut a hole in my chest? Yeah, you're gonna take that knife and just grab my heart and bring it out, and no certificates, nothing, just no schooling at all. Just
that
right
doesn't
into
sound like surgery. That sounds like murdering. Sounds like murder. Doesn't sound like surgery.
I mean, just think about anything you've ever done in life up until this point. You got a new job, you started as the new guy. You had to learn. You started a business, you had to come up and start to learn that business. You got involved with a new team, right, in your sports. You had to play your position, right? You weren't just going to automatically just come in and just be that guy, right? I mean, your talents and skills will help, but at the end of the day, everyone's kind of got to go through a little bit of a process before, all the fruit arrives, right? So just play your position, know where you're at, whether you're in the learning or earning stage, just know it. Trust me, if you're in the earning stage, you'll know it. If you have to guess right now, like, which one am I in? Then trust me, you're in the learning stage. You're in the learning stage, G. Just learn here, right? And then you will be good to go. You will be good to go in a matter of like 6 to 8 months if you can just truly dial it in. It took me almost 3 years to be profitable. I found Raja about close to the 3-year mark. Within 6 months of pure dedication, I was seeing consistent profits almost all day, every day, at 1 to 2 trades a day. Alrighty.
One to 2 good trades.
But you guys do whatever you like. Anyway, this is going to be closure now, right? So we got 4-hour closures, we got 1-hour closures, we got 30 closures, and 15 here. So there is no wick on this 15-minute candle. I could see us kind of coming down into that zone there. So we'll see. I think we got to wait, though. We got to wait for a bearish closure to show up. And as long as it can close below that range, right, then I think we're good to go to start taking these sells real quick, get in and out of them, right, run them straight down towards like 24. Probably partials to be taken right here at 30, and then that'll be it. Yeah, that'll be it. Plus, we do need a lower wick. So if the 4-hour candle is going to move bullish, it will most likely, after that huge push up, give some sort of a lower wick now, right, for price to kind of come down and then come back up later. So that's that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm like, damn, 4-hour candle closed above resistance. Wow.
Yeah, this 4-hour candle ripped.
Ripped. Yeah. Massive 4-hour candle from 6 to 10.
Let's I want to see something here. So we got boom. Now I want to see that 30 or the 15. Yeah, you see how that lines up perfectly with that no lower wick. So our goal, right, if we do take this counter trend trade, is our goal would be to come down into 30. So if we get this candle closure like this, we want to see price come down into 30, give that candle a lower wick, also retest the 4-hour zone in which it left, and then that's probably when that 4-hour candle will kind of establish that wick and then maybe move up later, right, off of that move. So yeah, we'll see if we can get it.
And this is the key. We're looking for a move, like a small move, not a massive move here, like a small move within the next 15-30 minutes. Like the trade in pre and Y, we took a sell, right? But look at the 4-hour candle. That thing juiced up. Like we were just
Yeah.
looking for a move. We weren't looking for a crazy swing trade.
Yep. Yep. And by the way, that's like good like 70 pips there too. 60 pips.
Yeah.
So what's the chance that this actually becomes the new 4 hours low, right? Slight chance. There's definitely a chance, but it's slight, right? But what's the chance that if we break that low, it comes down, right? To kind of give this candle a lower wick. That'll establish the 4 hour lower wick. And notice how that area is right here too, right? So yeah, we'll see. Bro, why is this candle still here? Like, what is this thing doing
Right,
here?
bro.
Get it out of my face. Get it away from me.
It's like, bro. Let's go with these markets, man.
Oh, man. All right, let's see. ES is doing like the same thing as gold here. Same exact thing. ICT? Yeah, I've never seen ICT concept. There was someone in our Discord, I'd never seen their name before, but they were like, hey, guys, you're more than welcome to join my backtesting session. So I click on it. I'm like, oh, let's see who this is. Maybe they're teaching, like, you know, some good stuff about our trades and system. FVGBS. I'm like, get this out of here. I deleted the message talking about FVGs and ABCs and ESTV. I don't know what she was talking about, but she wasn't talking our language. I'll tell you that. So
Great.
I'm like, damn, you're trying to confuse the whole community here. Come on, get out of here with that.
Word.
I don't know
You're actually not helping.
what was going on.
You're hurting.
Only looking for 250 to pass another one. A Zyper.
Let's get it, Zyper. Let's get it, boy.
Yeah, Raja. Yeah, Raja simplified everything for me, pretty much. He kept it so clean. He kept it so simple. One of the greatest videos I ever watched was Market Fluidity.
Are you talking about that
Forex
one I'm thinking of?
Family.
Yeah, you're thinking of that one, right?
This was the game changer right here for me. This was a 5 or 6 hour, yeah, here it is. This was about a 6 hour course that I studied. The first studiment ever. What did I say? Studiment? Is that a word? Studiment? The first ever studies on Raja Banks was right here. So I watched these. I don't really think you need to watch this one today. Some of the things don't apply as much anymore, but oh my god, this changed my life. Like, this course completely shifted it all.
Yeah, bro.
Risk management. I mean, this was wild. Which one?
That one 5-hour course we took?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it? I don't think so.
Yeah, I know so.
I mean,
wasn't this it right here?
I mean, I think I'm thinking of a different one, but this one was good too.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, maybe you are right this time.
Definitely. But bro, I don't think it's on YouTube anymore. So.
Yeah, they might have took it down.
I remember watching all these, seeing all these. Yeah.
Yeah, these were in Market Fluidity, I think. But there was one video, it was just called Market Fluidity. And this thing was, it just literally simplified trading for me at another level. Like, blew my mind. I remember thinking, this is what I could commit to.
The first thing I said to Nick, like, because he sent me like a course or a webinar of Raja, and I remember the first thing I said to him was like, bro, trading's that easy? Or I was like, trading could be that simple, something like that.
Yeah. All you got to do is wait for the candle to close. I'm like, word?
It was a whole new world revealed to me. Yeah.
I'm like, so I don't have to do anything right now. I don't have to try and be that guy and predict that this candle's going to go down. He said, no. I said, oh, wow. So all I got to do is wait for this. And if it closes bearish, then all I do is wait for another top wick and then just enter on the break of the lows. He go, yeah. I go, I could do that. I could do that.
Right?
So yeah.
So simple.
And if it doesn't happen, you just wait for the next best setup. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it seems simple enough for me. So yeah, that's where I started staying consistent. And once I wrapped my head around this, it took me about 5 months. So almost 3 years of struggle, trying to guess, trying to be that guy, trying to be the best trader, to finding this strategy, and within 5 or 6 months, wrapped my head around it and was able to start really seeing consistently profitable weeks, week after week, month after month, right? But it did take time. I had to learn the nuances. I messed up a bunch. You know, I had to learn the actual system itself. But once that was done, you kind of see what we've been doing over the last like 3 years now. So Gold. Gold just running up on us today, running down on us. Sheesh, at least it ain't robbing us, right? At least it ain't really running up on us, you know? Taking our profits.
Yeah. I'd rather miss profits than they take profits from me.
Ditto.
In Clubhouse, we got some full bags, some of us, right? So we're chilling.
Is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're chilling. I mean, we're up on the day, so we ain't got no worries, but you know, we're trying to find a good trade here, and price just running up, running down here. His 5K account, yeah, his 5K account breakdown one, that was awesome too. I've basically watched everything Raja's ever put out. I've watched it. John's mic. Oh, I thought it was mine. Your mic got a lot lower.
Yeah, I just lowered it.
Oh, okay.
Does it sound better? Or
Yeah, maybe you could probably turn it up a little bit.
I don't like being 3 times louder than Nick. So.
Turn me up, yeah. Have a look at ES. ES is just doing the same thing as gold right now. So yeah, we could wait for a bearish closure on ES here as well. Possible sells coming down. Same deal. You got no wick here and whatnot. So yeah, same idea. Same idea. Does the price action strategy for break and retest work on the 1 minute? I haven't tried it, so I'm not too sure. Yeah. Yo, what up, Traders X? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Let's see. Good morning from Pakistan. It's pop. It's pop. FVG's clean traffic. So then, yeah. So I trade FVGs then probably. I mean, a lot of us trade the same stuff. We just call it different things. But I don't care. You guys don't have to come and say, no, FVG's not clean traffic. It's actually 2-candle. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's all right. Just let me think it's clean traffic. We'll be all right. All the ICT gurus are going to come out of nowhere. No. That's not what an FVG is. That was an FVG in 2021 mentorship, but in the 2023 mentorship, he clearly states that the FVG is the 3-candle bar. You know what I mean? Like, just save it. Just save it. Just save it. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need to know. Respect the schmear. Take a look at ES. I got it. I got it up on my other screen. I see it. It's doing exactly what gold's doing right now. See? Green, what you laughing at? All right, let's see if we can get some action here. Chill. W. Made everything make sense? Perfect, perfect. Am I going on vacation? I'm not. Yeah, I am going to be traveling, so there won't be a YouTube live stream on Friday this week. Yeah, so no live on Friday. Yeah, that's just about it for now. I think I might be traveling the following week, so maybe the next 2 Fridays might not be a go. But other than that, we here. John's on mute. John, you got a co-host or no? He should be co-host. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I see an SVJ on the 4-hour. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know. Screw the FVG. Where's the SVJ? That's what I want to see.
Yo, facts.
ICT's bipolar. Hey, yeah, I know. It's cool because I'm just like kind of giving you my experience as a non-participant, right? I don't really know. I've never once watched a mentorship video or anything like that on any ICT concepts. I'm just going based off what I hear. It's hilarious. ES pushing down, gold pushing up. All right, let's see. Makes it hard. Yeah, exactly. I think there's a point in that, right? Making it hard. Like, I'm not here to pass judgment or anything, but why make a system hard unless you just want people to rely on it, right? So why not give people a simple system that works best? That way they don't need to keep up with the changes every year or the, tweaks that have to happen. You can't trade it like that anymore. You have to trade it like this now, right? So I don't know. I feel bad for traders that waste time doing that. Not with ICT, just with system hopping in general. And yeah, just keep this simple, gang. This stuff it's designed to be simple. It's too complicated not to be simple, if that makes sense. SVJ? Yeah. I'll show you soon. I got some major goals for 2026. Major goals, and I'm bringing a bunch of people with me. I wouldn't. Nah, at this point in my life, in my trading career and business, I would never switch to... again, you can't ever say ever, never, right? But at this point, I wouldn't look for anything else. I've already got something that works. So I wouldn't even spend any time, even if it was the newest, hottest, trendiest, coolest, most incredible system in the world. I wouldn't even. There's no point. I don't need it.
Why change something that's working?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
You can't sell much for simple things. Yeah, it's true. Somehow we got to complicate this thing. We need another... Clean traffic. Yeah, that's true. All right, so the gold closure didn't really do what we wanted. The ES closure, though... oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking... Yeah, wow. They both closed exactly... Oh, no, my bad. Sorry, guys. Gold, yeah. Gold's whack. Let me see something here. Goldie gold. My goodness. All right, well, 3430 is really what we wanted there, right? So, yeah, I've got a plan. So, being that moved down so much, right? That's really where we wanted to take profits on this counter trend. Now, how do we see if this won't be a counter trend? Well, most likely you'll get a support to form, and then price will continue to move up, right, with the trend. But if this counter trend is actually going to work out, then what you'll do is you'll get that support to form, but then after it, you'll get this candle. And if you guys can notice, we have a lot of room down here to continue pushing if price does want to do something like that, right? And if we do that, then we can take these sells to kind of come down and fill that range, or we can just wait on the next best opportunity for buys, right? So that's pretty much what you have in front of you now. 30-minute candle's still open. right? Obviously 1 hour candle, 4 hours making the wick, just like we talked about. But this is the area in which that wick can form, and then we can continue moving up. So, yeah, unfortunately too late for the sells. We needed a closure up at like 35 there. 35. ES is S&P 500. Yeah, S&P. I still like the sells if ES closes bearish on the next 15 though. So let me bring ES up. So if we can kind of close bearish here on this candle, I still like these opportunities, all right, for potential sells to play out where we can see the move down here as well. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. Not allowing me to get past activation. Fees paid. You might have to sign the contract. There's like a little contract in there that you have to sign. Yeah, just do that. Especially if it's top 1 futures. Just go to your dashboard. Look on the left hand side. You'll see contracts. And then just click it, sign it, and it'll be good. Oh, you did that? Oh, top step? I'm not sure. I'm not sure then. Maybe send them a quick email. Top step is so hard to get in contact with. That's why.
You're low-key better off trying to call top step.
Yeah, honestly. You literally are better off.
I always call top step. You can find their number. I don't even know. If you look in your banking app, like usually their number is there from your transaction. Their number should be right by that transaction.
He said, I live in Chicago. I'll go to the building. Yo, go press him at the building, bro.
Pull up on him.
Oh, John, I guess you could raise your volume a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up.
Turn it up, John. Turn up. Turn up for D Shredder.
Let's do it. I'm about to turn
Little
it up.
pig, little pig. Hey, yo. The plan for gold? Yeah, plan for gold is basically if we can get a support here, then and get a closure afterwards. I think that'll make sense. Or we wait for the buying opportunity. So if this candle rejects out, closes like really weak, if we can kind of pump down a little bit and then close up like that, I think the buys should be good. Yeah, we should be good to go at that point. When we get that Project X live trading, bro, I hope soon. I'm going to keep an eye out. I was actually talking to a friend of mine. They're actually looking into like Project X for broker platforms and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see. Surprised Trade-O-Vate. I don't think Trade-O-Vate has done it, but I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Yeah, because I love trading live, bro. I just trading my own capital again recently has really brought me back to it. Yeah, there's nothing like trading your own capital. The best part about that is you don't only get to keep half, or you don't have to take it out when you hit a certain percentage, or you could just keep building it if you want. They're not gonna like shut down your account, nothing like that, right? So yeah, I love personal capital too.
I love them both, bro. They're both great.
They are. The issue with the only issues with like the funding is like, you know, you take a bad trade and you blow the account, or you fail the account, then you gotta start all over, right? Where if you just like have a bad trade in your live account, you just simply take a loss, right? Like with the whole funded thing, it's like, all right, now I gotta start all over and go all the way back and do it, you know what I mean? So it's like it's cool. I mean, it's available, right, for traders to take advantage of, which I like obviously to take advantage of it too, but none of that stuff happens on your own live accounts. I mean, you could blow your account, but you got to be pretty stupid to do that, right? Back when I was like super dumb at trading, I would blow my accounts all the time. But US 30, what is US 30 again? I forgot what's the initials? I forget, YM, right, or something? YM?
Yeah, YM. Dow.
The Dow, baby. So yeah, wow, very similar to NQ and ES, right? So you got the closure below, but we're pumping up here on the 4 hour. I mean, on the daily. The previous 4 hour just closed with no wick at the top. So I think we can potentially look for shorts here as well on US 30. 15-minute did close bearish, so there's an opportunity here for the short, unless you want to wait, kind of like what I'm waiting for on gold, which would just be a bullish closure first, right, and followed by a bearish closure, and then those cells will look much cleaner at that point. You'll have resistance here, and then you could probably sell it on down there. Yeah. All right, so let's see if we form support here, and then if we do, possible longs, right, coming in play for this last like 15-30 minutes of the 10 a.m. candle here, and then hopefully that gets it done for us, and we can skate out of here with a W.
That would be amazing. Volume sound better, Nick?
Yeah, it sounds better to me. Does it sound better to the chat is the question. The fee, for instance, just once? Yeah. Yep.
All right, bet chat.
Nice, Martin. Nice. What's my favorite prop firm? I don't think I have favorites. Yeah, I mean, I've used a bunch. I'm trying to think of like what my favorite overall one would be, and I'd probably just be either top one or top step. Yeah, I probably wouldn't compare like any of the forex ones to these. These are way better. But yeah, probably either top one or top step. They're both pretty much the same exact deal.
Say the same. Oh, nice Zyper barbecue night, bro. Enjoy that. Sounds amazing.
I do want to find a better futures broker though, so I can trade my own capital. I don't like trading on TradingView that much, so I still have about probably like 15 or 20 grand left in Tradeovate, and then yeah. And then I have close to like almost eight. I'm actually almost at 80K now on my live account. I started this account with 30K, so we're pushing. We're close to 80 now, and yeah. So I got I got about 100 grand in like live capital throughout the brokers. So I'm trying to find a really good futures broker that has Project X ideally, and trade that with like a 100 to like 200K account.
That'd be amazing.
It would be. So I think that's my goal as we wrap up like 2025 is to be sitting at like 200,000 in live capital trading, and then continue to run the funded stuff. Later, Stephen B. See you later, brother.
Peace, Stephen B. Peace, bro.
I haven't really found one now, not with Project X. So Project X, I really want to trade on. I love trading on this platform here.
Definitely, bro. It's been my favorite platform to trade on for sure. Project X.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, as long as I can find something about like 2026, then I think we'll be chilling. So remember, I always play the long game, so I'm not in a rush or anything, but I'll be on the lookout.
God's playing God's time, bro. Come at the perfect time.
Yeah. I will definitely let you guys know. I know a lot of you guys don't trade forex anymore, so I get why you don't. You know, there's quite a few people who are using Torah here, but you know, we don't. I think most of our group is kind of on the futures vibe at this point. So yeah, it'd be nice for us to find futures broker, because I really want to encourage you guys to start like saving some of your payouts, some of your money, and then, you know, eventually start trading live capital along with me, because it's truly a different game, right? And that's where we go back to really, you know, not playing that Jake Paul game anymore, but really lining things up as they should be, right? So just when you do go over to your live accounts, just know you're not playing the Jake Paul game anymore, right? That's your real money now. So chill out with that. When you lose $2,000, it's not $100.
Now it's actually $2,000.
I have tried contacting Project X. Yeah, they're kind of shut down for anything right now, so it's very tough to communicate with them. They're not taking any clients as of right now. But I haven't seen one where they operate on a live broker. Not the Jake Paul. No. FTMO, yeah, FTMO is pretty good. I just not really in the forex game like that anymore. Like I'm in it, but I'd probably rather play around with futures. It's just a little better, less spreads, you know, all that type of stuff. MT5, I know. That's why I use so on my live account I use Trade Locker, which is pretty good, right? It's kind of like, it's very similar to Project X, but yeah, it's very similar to like Project X and TradingView. So it works well, but it's still like CFD style, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to find something with futures.
Let's go. We got Torah for the forex fam, you know.
Yeah.
Those who want to trade forex. Now we just need a futures brokerage, bro.
Exactly.
That's it for the future traders.
All right, nothing on ES here. Gold might work here.
Might got some.
Yeah, so if we can get a little bit of a lower wick, you know, we break those highs now that the 4 hour has a lower wick here. 1 hour got a lower wick, 30 got a, you know, closing bearish there. So if we can flip on this 30-minute candle, move down, right, tap back into like 30 there, that'll give the 15 a lower wick, and then we could just enter on the break of those highs there. Day trader,
Lower wick.
prop firm uses, yeah. That's okay, because look, a lot of sellers are going to wait here on this flip. So we want this to flip, and then, you know, we can enter on the break of the highs. Yeah, maybe we'll build our own broker. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds right now? I could see that happening in the future, for sure. I could see it happening.
Something special happening.
Yeah. Good night from China. Good night, my friend. Good night.
Good night. Dream big.
Dream big, my friend. Dream big. Remember, what you put into that mind right now before sleep is what that mind will ponder on all night long, and it's what that mind will go to work on tomorrow when you get up. So program it properly and make sure you give it exactly what you want in life, not what you don't want, which most people do. They just think about their bills and their debt and their bad relationships and their anxiety and their doubt before they go to sleep, so they wake up with it, right? But if you go to sleep and you think about your future and everything you're grateful for right now, everything that's happened, everything that's going to happen, most likely your mind will ponder on that, and then you will get to work for you tomorrow morning. 30K and now, yeah, cash accounts, 78 grand. It's moving along. I've been sizing pretty heavy on these trades too. Almost every trade I've taken was at the 10 lot. Couple trades at like 5 lots and stuff, but most of them all at 10. Tora, yeah, you could trust Tora. Yeah, absolutely. They recently just switched their name because they're trying to bring on MT5 and all that. So I posted my conversation in the Discord with them. So there's just a new website for your portal, and then they're also going to have like other platforms to trade on. So they had to switch the name just to make it better, pretty much. But again, forex broker, you know what I mean. So if you still use forex, I think they're really good. If not, then just wait on the futures. 10 lots on each account. No, this is only one account. Yeah, so we're talking about my account that I'm using over here. It's just one account. It's just one account. I put 30 grand in it. I've traded basically 10 lots every trade, and right now it's pushing like 75, 76 grand. Yeah, I've traded this account really well. Very aggressive. High in risk.
Very disciplined.
Very disciplined. Very, very disciplined. A lot of trades. Some of the trades that I've taken over here, I didn't even take over there too. So.
Right. Road to 10 mil, bro. 8 takes.
Yeah. Going for FTMO scale up plan. Very nice. Very nice. Best of luck, my friend. 30 minutes still has no flip on it. So let's see what happens here. I think we can get that flip. Would you say going aggressive, like 1 lot per 500 in capital, is over risking? You see, like, I hate to hit you with this, right? But like everyone's appetite for risk is different, gang. It's more of a personal question, because if I say yes, right, then you will think that's the rule of thumb. Okay, I can do that. But if you do that, you might not be there emotionally yet. So those numbers may make you a little emotional in your trade, which will cause you to not follow the plan to the T, right? So what might be low risk for me might be high risk for somebody else. So that's where it comes down to, how do you feel when you put that contract size on, or that lot size, and your limit order is there and you're waiting on that flip? How do you feel? That's a great way to measure your emotional stability for risk and where your current relationship with risk is at. So if you feel really like on edge and like, this is scary, then chances are that's going to be a little bit too high, right? So you want to lower it down. So also, I might see something as big risk, and then you put it on, you're like, this ain't even that much risk. So you're thinking, I should put more size on this, right? And again, that will also lead to not the best decision making in the market. So it's one of those things where you have to feel it out on your own and see which one keeps you composed as opposed to which one gets you a little emotional. And by the way, the emotions could be good or bad, right? Like they could be, this is too much risk for me, I shouldn't be doing this, or this is too little risk for me, I'm going to try and hold this for like 100 pips. Meanwhile, it's only like a 40 pip trade, right? So you got to find the balance there. 30 to 76 this year. Yeah. Not even this whole year. It's only been like a couple months. Yeah, I've done well in this account. Exactly. Yeah, some trades are A trades. These are the ones you increase size on. Yep. Exactly. So knowing when and when not, like when to increase and when to stay the same, unfortunately, that's pretty much a lesson you have to learn over time. Not many people are like, my words may not really be able to wrap that around your head. Does that make sense? Because there's a feel to that, right? There's a certain like knowing of it, right? And that all is developed through experience. Yeah, because there may be a trade where I'm like, hey, this is an A plus trade, right? But I've also seen it 2,000 times, where you may think, nah, I don't really like that trade. You know, I've never really seen that, and you're gonna go with a C risk because you only seen it 2 times, and the 2 times that you've seen it, two, maybe lost, right? So you're like, nah, I don't know why he's so confident here, right? But then I make 1,000, and then you make 200, right? And you go, you know what? I'm going to follow this guy. I'm going to come on the stream. I'm going to take the trades he take. I'm going to blah, 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 right? But then you see how we're already separated, right? Now, let's say the next trade comes in, and I'm like, this is a good trade, but I don't like the conditions. I'm going to go C risk here. And you're like, oh, I like this one, right? Because you don't have much experience. I've seen it 2,000 times, right? Again. And I'm like, I don't really like, I'm going to go lower on this one. And now all of a sudden we lose that trade, and I lose 200, and you lose 1,000. So you see how we just begin to separate? You see how you'll never, ever be able to catch up to my results here? Or let's just say trader A and trader B, A, B, right? You see how trader B will never be able to catch up to trader A because he's got the experience on his side, where trader B still has to get the experience. So that's what a lot of people aren't quite understanding about where they are in their trading careers. It's, are you in the learning stage, which would be over here on the left, or are you in the earning stage, right? Because if you're going to, opposite, learn, earn, learn, right? So if you're in this learning stage, that means you have to do what? You have to learn. How do you learn? You got to get experience, right? If you're in the earning stage, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be earning. Why? Because you've already got the experience. Is the words I'm saying, are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Are y'all? Because this is the key. And here's how you speed up the whole process. You know what area you're in. You know you're in the learning stage, so you're not trying to earn. You're just trying to understand trading for what it is, so that way you can become consistently profitable over, a course of I'd say anywhere from 12 to 15 months, right? If you do it right. And that's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. So really, if you never heard me say this before, I want you to think today, after the live stream, where are you, right? Are you in the learning stage? Oh, I'm sorry. Why do I keep putting learning over there? Are you in the earning stage, or are you in the learning stage? You got to figure it out. And once you get that you're actually in the learning stage and accept that, you can actually learn, versus trying to chase money up and down for like you've been doing for maybe the last 2 years or whatever, and it's just not working, right? So learn, my friends, learn.
Be honest with yourself too. Self-mastery starts with self-honesty. Gotta be honest.
Bye, Goldie. Hey.
Gold, bro. I'm starting to get bored.
Still waiting on that lower wick. By the way, that speeds your process up. So I know that must suck hearing like, crap, you know what? I am in the learning phase, and it's going to take me 1 year if I do this right. Nick said 12 to 15 months. Okay, 12 to 15 months, that's about 1 year, right? So that 12 to 15 months, gang, is going to go by. Whether you dedicate yourself to the system or not, that 12 to 15 months will go by. It will not stop. So what will you do with the 12 to 15 months? And my question is, what have you done in the last 12 to 15 months? And if you keep doing what you've done in the last 12 to 15 months, will it get you new results in the next 15 months? And if it ain't, then you might want to take what I'm saying into consideration and just give it a try. Just give it a little go.
That's my man.
But what do I know?
Bro, don't trust him. Test him. He could know nothing.
I know nothing.
He could be lying.
I know nothing.
Yeah, facts.
Putting risk is different for everyone. It's like your fingerprints. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
That'll be
100 lot trades were his big winners. Yeah, you know, I learned that from successful traders. So I used to stick with like the same lot size almost every time. But then my P&L sometimes would just be like up and down like this. There would be no motion to it, right? So what I learned is after I hired some mentors and talked to some other higher level traders, they started telling me that they do like 1, 2, 3, you know, like ABC, like some sort of risk plan, small, medium, large, right? Small, medium, whatever you want to call it. They started doing that. Once I started implementing that last year in February, everything changed for me, right? Because then I had this like slow, steady growth. But then when those good trades came around, they popped me up another level, right? And I played it there, and then they popped me up another level. And I continued to play the game. I just got these nice home runs here and there. And ultimately, that's what's got my P&L pretty much moving the way it does at this point, right? For the year, I mean, that looks pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. So yeah, so that's what I would say. You know, just literally take those base hits. When the good trades size up, your experience will begin to show you, right, what those trades look like, and then you just gotta execute. That's all. Execute. See, look at this.
Hits, let the home runs come naturally.
Just look at it, right? So it's been a slow increase just all year long, right? I've taken my losses, I've taken my bumps and bruises, but I've just continued running this bullish trend. It looks even more clear over here, right? You have average hits every day, and then some days you get a grand slam, right? Some days you'll get a home run, and some days you'll get these doubles, right? And these little triples. But notice how that's not the bulk of the action here. The bulk of the action remains like right here. These steady, simple base hits all throughout the year. And again, sometimes you're just going to be in the right place at the right time, and luck is going to be on your side, you know, and you're going to hit some of these bigger moves, right, that are going to help you get to the next level. So, you know, you got to stay consistent, though. None of this happens unless you're actually consistent with what we're talking about doing. So still have our fair share of losses, but, you know, our system just continues to recover them, right, and recover it all year long.
That's what they do. Yep. P&L, a disciplined trader's P&L should look like an uptrend, higher highs and higher lows.
Exactly.
And those higher lows are just good losses, and the higher highs are the edge making your losses back, like they're supposed to do.
Pretty much. It's the casino just getting their money back.
Yep. A lower wick, finally.
There we go.
There it is. Cool.
Let's get it. Yeah, I do. I do talk to myself a lot. I do. You know, one of the best books I would recommend for that. So the question is, hey Nick, can you talk some more about like self conversations and the way you talk to yourself? And yeah, you do. Yeah, you talk to yourself more than anybody else you talk to in life, right? So the person you talk to the most is you. The question is, what are you saying? Because I used to go around thinking, you know, life sucks. Another day, another dollar. I'm tired of my boss. I can never make any money. Blah, 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 right? Like, I don't feel good. All that stupid stuff, right? So it's very important the way you speak to yourself. Couple books. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself is a great book. It'll literally just blow your mind. And then the second book I'd say would be The Tongue, A Creative Force. That would be one of the best books you ever read in your life. The Tongue, A Creative Force. And that will really help you get the ball rolling on your self-talk. Remember, if we are in life based off of our thoughts and our words and our actions, and that means those words play a huge role. Those are one of the big three. that legitimately create our reality. Crazy, right? So that's a big one. You know, the words are a big one. So I have self-talk everywhere. You know, I have it posted all over my room. I have it right in my phone. I have it everywhere.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Everyone, I think, should be practicing self-talk before, you know, their day. You know, practicing positive self-talk, you know, in just a couple things. A couple, like 5 to 10 positive affirmations. If you speak that every single day to yourself a couple of times, I mean, it's going to make a big difference, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The little things make the biggest difference.
It's crazy how you could just beat it up with words. Like even like, let's say a shoulder pain or something like that. Oh my God. Like there was some times where I had like pain in my body. I said, nah, I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. My body's functioning perfectly. All the blood's flowing exactly how it should. Every muscle is getting and all of a sudden, believe it or not, pain goes away. Pain goes away. So it's all about getting into flow state. When you're in flow state, there is no pain. Right? Any of you guys ever wrestled or UFC or even played sports in general, you get hit and you should clearly be in pain, right? But you're not. Why? Because you're in flow state, right? You guys play sports? Anyone ever box, right? Boxers, you're going to tell me they don't go through any pain? Look what happens after they get out of flow state. They can't even move, right? And people say, well, that's adrenaline and whatnot, right? Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. It's flow. It's frequency, right? You're in that flow, that frequency, and doing what you're called to do. And therefore I bet you when you're boxing, you never have to go to the bathroom. I bet you're not thinking about anything else but that mission, that task. I bet you feel no pain, right? So that's flow state. You know you're in flow state when you don't think about anything else but exactly what it is that you're doing. So learning stage, especially with the YouTube courses, gonna be following you guys until I see some progress. Perfect. And if you do that, I can't guarantee you, but from what we've heard many times before, you will start to see results. I don't want to say instantly and sound like this little social media guru guy, but you will start to see results the minute you start taking better actions, you know? So that's how life goes. GJ setting up for a buy. Hey, yo, GJ. Tell GJ I said what up.
Hello, GJ.
So yeah, the words, man. You got to be very careful with what you're saying to yourself. I read
Thoughts, words, and actions. Thoughts, words, and actions all need to be in true alignment with your goal. They need to be in alignment with your goal so you can attract your goal to you. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions. You can even add feelings too, but I think thoughts, will trigger feelings, vice versa. But yeah, you can even say feelings as well.
This one's a little bit of a tongue twister, but if you can catch it, it's really good. It says, don't speak what you don't want that you do have. Speak what you do want that you don't have. Right? Does that make sense? God said it too. He said, my people, they speak of what they don't want that they do have rather than speaking of what they do want that they don't have. All right, you're going to have to rewind that. Don't speak what you don't want that you do have, meaning your debt, your bills, all the BS going on in your life. Don't speak on that, right? Don't speak on what you do have that you don't want. Speak about what you do want that you don't have. I want to be a funded trader. I want to pay my mom's rent. And you don't say it like that. You say, I am a funded trader. I am paying it feels good to pay my mama's rent, man. It feels good to take payouts. It feels good, right? And you just start programming, because even though that's not your reality yet, just like my story, I told you, your perceived reality becomes your reality. Gang, this ain't hocus pocus. It's hocus focus, man. Your perceived reality will become your actual reality. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get what you want in life. That's the thing. All you have to do is speak it and see it and take actions that lead to those results. That's it. That's life.
Bro.
Nothing else complicated to it. The problem is you don't see results for some time. But you got to keep saying it. You got to keep visualizing. You got to keep speaking it. You got to keep working for it, right? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over many nights. But you don't have to worry about if it's going to happen or not. It's going to happen. You just got to do the actions required long enough.
So, yep. That's the law. We need to surrender. We need all surrender to that law. That's the hard part.
So 4 hour continuing to push down through this area here, which is interesting. Yeah, I thought we can get like a tap on the 4 hour and then push up, but yeah, we'll see.
Gold.
Started studying the playbook last month, starting to see break-even results. Lovely, brother. Lovely. Yeah. You know, first comes, you know, the red days, and then comes the break-even days, and then you go back to the red days a little bit, and you fight that battle, right, at break-even, and then once you overcome what's taking that money away at the break-even stage, it's up from there. It's legit up from there. We tried. I think it's better to call it a day. Yeah, it might be. It might be. What's ES doing?
Hey, I didn't say it, chat.
Hey, yeah, John didn't say it actually. Yeah, price is just running up and down on us here, man.
Yeah, I know, right? You guys won't ever hear me say that again. Watch.
We were trying to hold this level here for potential buys, right? To continue going long, kind of like we got here. Like you had this little push up, come down, buys off support. So we were trying to get that here. We still have not closed below the range. Therefore, you know, this can still play out really well, like especially if this candle closes above the zone. So that'll probably be the last idea for me today. Otherwise, we'll probably call it. But if we can get like a rejection and a closure back above, I like these last minute buzzer beater buys.
That's it, bro. It's my last shot.
Yeah. The buzzer beater.
They're well said though, bro. Very, very spin bars today. Just like every day.
It's just one of those days.
Yo.
You know, I'm tired today. It's Monday, so forgive me if I don't have that much energy.
Just surrender to the laws, chat. Y'all, we're all bound to them. Just use them to your advantage. That's the problem. We're so focused on the results in our physical reality, we cannot really go all in on the spiritual reality, right? Where it really starts, where it really creates the physical reality. So it has to start from within. You know, stop looking outside of y'all. You know, tap within. Exactly what we just talked about, right?
I pray. My only prayer, someone asked me, hey, can I pray for you this week? You know what I told them? I said, can you just pray that the words I speak will fall on ears that can hear? That was it. That was my one prayer this week for someone praying for me. So I really hope and pray that these things make sense, that they click with you, that they just get your mind going a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't care what you think. I don't even want to tell you how to think. I just want to encourage you to think. That's it. That's it. And then you decipher and you decide, right, what it is that you believe and think, right? So that's all. That's all. But I don't want you to be trapped by the matrix and their ways, and that's why we're trying to, you know, talk about that type of stuff. It's a game. It's a game. I know this may sound so weird, right? Because everyone's at a different level in life. But I find it funny that what you think is in front of you is actually real. And that you don't believe what's in your mind. Because what I've learned is that the stuff in your mind is actually more real than the physical stuff in your sight, because everything in your sight was in a way once in your mind, good or bad. So the mind controls it all, right? The realm, we call it the spiritual realm, whatever you want to call it, right? The quantum realm, I don't care. That realm is so real. It's much more realer than you think. One day your physical body is going to drop. It's not going to work anymore or function, and you will still have access to these spiritual realms. So which one is actually more real? The one that ends or the one that continues going on forever and ever? I'm telling y'all too caught up in what's right here, right in front of you. That's why the bigger picture is so useful as well. Is not to focus so much on the here and now, but the bigger picture allows you to live in the quantum realm, to live in the spiritual realm a little bit more, and just apply daily, in this physical realm to get, that to be your actual reality. So maybe you will get it one day. Maybe you already got it. Maybe you'll never get it. Maybe this stuff doesn't make any sense to you at all. But man, it's rocked my world. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and out of the 1,000 people who are here, I mean, I would think at least one person or 2 or 3, right, are really going to use what, you're saying, Nick, and change your life with it for sure.
Well, we know that 2%.
That's what matters most.
Yeah.
2%
will figure this out. So out of the, if there was 1,000 people here earlier, probably 2 people will take this stuff and truly run with it.
Yep. And that's all that really matters, bro. Like, if you did that, you did your job.
Or 20 people.
You can, yeah. Yep.
Green.
That's true, Green.
Yes, always rise, for real. Everything's been programmed. Everything.
Sir, always rise. Yep.
Yeah, all your beliefs, all of our beliefs, they were already programmed for us. So by the time we reach the age of 5 or 6, we're already finished. But we can come back. Just got to meet the right people,
That's the hard part.
Unlock the right doors along the way, and green. Hey, yo. Yeah. All right, we got 46 seconds. Are we going to close above and take these buys, or are we going to close below and call it a day here? That's the question. I'm okay with leaving with my $1,000 on the day. I'm not a greedy guy. I can certainly make do with that. So that is that's the idea here. And yeah, we may just consolidate now for a bit.
600 for me too, bro. It's not too bad.
There you
Most
go.
jobs ain't paying that.
Not bad. Not many people are going to make 600 a day.
Nope.
Yeah. So I think this was the best opportunity of the day. This was really the one that I wanted the most. But just breaking that high in the first minute, go back and study 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock today. See why we didn't take that, right? That was probably the best opportunity, the one I was really looking for and looking forward to most. But it just didn't line up completely with my plan. And I'm more loyal to my plan than I am to a dollar, right? So I'd rather be loyal to that plan over making money here today and every day for that matter. So yeah, we let that one go. We knew exactly what we can get out of it, but we were disciplined enough to not break the plan or jump ahead of the game. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was the best move of the day according to our strategy. And if you took it, cool, awesome. If not, no biggie as well. It didn't do what we needed it to do, therefore we didn't budge.
And guess what, bro? The plan made us capital, so we didn't have to worry about the money because the money just came to us anyways by following the plan. So yeah, let's keep following the plan, bro. W.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Back in the day, yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. Any final thoughts here, Johnny Gems?
nah, bro. Do as required, get what you desire, and that's it.
What a stream today.
Yeah.
Go back,
Great
watch the stream, rewatch it, take notes. This stream will change your life if you actually go back and find the gems in it.
Sure will, bro.
All right, I think we're good. ES, you're gonna need a closure. So wait for a closure below on the 15-minute time frame. So let me just show you ES. So wait for a fresh closure below here, and then I think these sells actually look pretty good. So I might take those. I'll be at the desk for a few minutes. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be in the clubhouse tonight for Asian session for those that want to join. And other than that, I'll see you guys back here live tomorrow for another great NY session. All right, Johnny Gems.
Bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate
Chat,
you, man.
love y'all.
Talk to you
Yes,
later.
sir. Johnny, Mod Squad, y'all have a great
Peace,
day.
chat.
Everyone else, deuces, my friends.
God bless y'all. Peace.
Yeah. We out? We out. Later, gang. Love y'all. Peace. Let's do it. Game time. Don't over risk, don't over trade. What you do when you leave this stream has a lot to do with your results. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom while you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking. Hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision and you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on. So they see me coming, they still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and then you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man. Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord, I sit like a praying mantis. Enemy just trying to see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the... Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above.
Why didn't you let me know you were coming?
I wanted to surprise you.
Money talking like we FaceTime daily.
Hello?
Ring, 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 Tom Brady.
What up?
Going for the green, John Daly. Still want more out of it. Can't you blame me? Can't blame me? Can't blame me? Set the bar way too high. Can you blame me? Yeah. Going for the green, John Daly. Still want more out of it. Can you blame me?
Who the one that's doing it better than us?
Y'all stink. This is skunk. It's 7 to none.
Yeah, I get what I want, that's what leverage does.
They said it was enough, but it's never enough.
All of y'all overpriced, but you still ain't overpriced.
Say it's hot, cold as ice. Something like the golden ice.
Big screen, poltergeist, I don't need a ghost to write.
Got the numbers where I want them. It's some loaded dice.
Brick by brick, build a fortress. Crib got big, it's enormous. Whip got grip, it's performance. All my kids got a fortune. It's
Money talking like we FaceTime daily.
Hello?
Ring, 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 Tom Brady. Going for the green, John Daly. Still want more out of it. Can't blame me. Can't blame me. Can't blame me. Set the bar way too high. Can't blame me. Yeah. Going for the green, John Daly. Still want more out of it. Can't blame me.
Bring it to the judge, she gon' never say I'm innocent.
Did it, then I did it again. Ain't no coincidence.
Did it with a minimal plan, there was no middleman.
Did it with the little I had. It took some discipline.
Giving everything that I had, but never giving in.
Face to the sky, let the sunshine graze me. Can't blame me. Can't blame me. Grateful for it, got me feeling so amazing.
Ring, 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 yeah, I run it like Sonic.
Knuckles all shining like my fist got polished.
Pinky ring on, that's an expensive promise.
All y'all clowns ironic, cause you not it.
Brick by brick, build a fortress. Crib got big, it's enormous. Whip got grip, it's performance. All my kids, got a fortune. It's
Money talking like we FaceTime daily. Hello? Ring, 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 Tom Brady. What up? Going for the green, John Daly.